This is LBC from Global, leading Britain's conversation with Nick Abbott.
Shut up. Well, let's get back to it.
And here we are. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday. Idiot. Happy birthday. Happy Jesus birthday. That's exactly what I meant to say. No mistakes here. Of course not. My glamorous assistant is in a festive jumper, which is beautiful. And by beautiful, I mean hideous and eye-bleedingly awful. Have you been keeping that special all year?
Yeah, I've been keeping it for you.
Yes. Well, you really shouldn't have bothered. I hope you kept the receipt. 0345 6060 973. It's the A to Z of 2021, and we recommence at the letter D. Let's have Manchester. Hello, Ryan.
Hi, Nick.
Ryan.
I was glad to hear you had a good Christmas on Tuesday.
I did have a good day of Christmas on Tuesday. Message coming in from through the glass. This jumper cost me £65.
From the House of Parliament shop.
The what?
I know, I'm the only person who shops there.
The Houses of Parliament shop?
Yeah.
Is that where you get all your groceries?
Just my clothes.
Right, it sells jumpers and cocaine by the baggie. Yeah. Sorry, Ryan, back with you.
Yeah, that's right. So I don't think I've been more excited this year because my two Ds are the highlights and lowlights of my year, and they both relate to you.
Go on.
The bad one is, of course, dentist.
Yeah.
Now, is this your? Had trouble with dentist.
Okay. Right. This is your problem and my problem. My problem continues. My problem has not been fixed yet, and it's already cost me £1,500.
What?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay. Well, good luck with that. And but the next one.
Well, wait a minute. Back up. What's your problem with the dentist?
Oh well, I had to have a tooth removed in June.
Yeah. Well, that's no biggie. A tooth removed that comes. Yeah. It comes right out.
True, and that was actually painless. But it was instead of having root canal, which I know you.
Right. I've had root canal, and I suspect that I'm going to have the thing taken out anyway.
Yeah. Oh dear. So, not good.
Oh dear.
Well, it's terrible.
He said barely
£1,000.
Barely suppressing a smirk. Oh dear, he said.
No, you just make me laugh. But
£1,500.
That's terrible. That really is bad. Yeah. The other one is can I go to the other one now?
Yes, please do.
The other one is driving tests, of course.
Oh.
Because I told you about my 4 driving tests. But
no, wait, back up. 4? You've had 4 driving tests and you failed them all?
No, I failed 3.
Right. Well, I think that's just that's an overall failing score. I think that for the benefit of all road users, you should take your car keys and drop them down a drain.
Yep, it's all right. I got rid of my car, so it's all good. But it was in the news. So because they got rid of the reversing element, didn't they, on the tests for the HGV drivers?
That doesn't make any sense to me. But I suppose they were desperate, and if you could find your way into a cab, you passed the test.
Yep. I also had some from yesterday that I didn't get through to you. You had too many people calling, I guess.
I did. Yeah, I couldn't get through them all.
Can I give you those?
Absolutely. Here are the rules. I should explain the rules right at the beginning of the show. You can go backwards, but you can't go forwards. In other words, we're at the letter D, so you can do A, B, C's, fill in the gaps that we may have in that list. No problem at all. But you can't go forwards. That is against the law. Also, there is the rule about you can call multiple times. This is and this only applies to this week. You can call multiple times in the same shows as soon as an idea occurs to you. Names get alphabetized by their surname unless they're known by just one name, like Madonna or Boris. And the fourth rule is that there is no fourth rule, and that's the most strict rule of all. Go ahead.
If I do them in order, do I get extra points?
No, you do not get extra points if you get them in the right order. Only one person gets that, and I'll explain it in detail in just one moment.
Okay, so it was C. You mentioned him in passing, I think, towards the end, which was Cameron.
Cameron, yeah.
But nobody actually said it for C. And then
he certainly is.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So we're still not missing you, Dave, by the way, but we know where to find you if we do. You'll be in the shed where they keep the tools.
I think this is nonsense.
Yeah, he still thinks it's nonsense.
It's not. So B, then I had some B. B would be the Bakerloo line, because it's been in the news in London so much, maybe getting, stopped and not upgraded.
Has it?
Yeah, well, because, they run out of money, etc. So,
it's been stopped?
No, not necessarily. It's just, on the table.
Right.
It's an option to save money.
Okay, well, that doesn't sound like news. That sounds like what might be forthcoming attractions. No more Bakerloo line. Yeah, do they still have those trains on the Bakerloo line that are made out of wood?
Because I don't know. They're not good.
It was the last line to be upgraded, and last time I went there, the Bakerloo line doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't go from anywhere or to anywhere that any normal person would want to go. And so I think they're still running the same trains that they did in the 1950s. Completely made out of wood.
It's something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, go on.
Not good. Anyway, I just thought it'd been in the news. And the other one, would be, I guess, with the police crime sentencing and courts bill, would be authoritarian government.
Exactly. Yeah, you better protest it now, because once it's passed, you won't be allowed to. Yeah. Yeah,
and the other one that makes people, stateless if they can get citizenship somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name.
Yeah, precisely.
Not good.
Yeah, it's the Priti Patel bill. Yeah.
Yep. So there you go.
All right, excellent work. Thanks a lot, Ryan. What's so surprising about getting your tooth out is how easy it comes out your head. Because I was expecting the dentist to get a pair of pliers and have to, put his foot on my chest as he's yanking it out of my skull, but it just pops right out. Have you ever had your tooth out?
No, luckily not.
Right, luckily not, no. It's amazing how easily it comes out. Like, it comes out so easily that it's remarkable that they stay in your head in the first place. That you don't bend over to tie your shoelace and they just all fall out your skull. Maybe that's another excellent idea to wear a mask. Always wear a mask when bending over in case all of your teeth fall out. This is just good advice. 0345 6060 973. Let's have Narberth. Neil.
Hi, Nick. Merry Nickmas.
Yes.
I've got some D's and some C's that I missed from yesterday, I think.
Righto.
Okay, so I'll go for the D first. It's diapers. Donny's diapers.
Yeah, Donny wears diapers, Melania.
I don't care.
She's not that bothered.
There was that picture, wasn't there?
There was. Yeah, there was a very strange picture. Of, he's either got an enormous amount of padding down there in case he sits down too quick. I've got no idea. Or there's, or he has an issue. Do you have an issue, Donny?
Oh, shut up!
He's not saying.
Okay. Next one was the DUP. It was Edwin Coots, who was leader for about 3 weeks, I think.
Mm-hmm.
A creationist, I believe.
Yeah. Excellent name, by the way. I mean, if I could have chosen a name from all of the available, that's the one I would have selected.
And he was replaced by Jeffrey Donaldson,
right.
Who I think is still the leader at the moment. Who knows? It could be it's early tonight.
Well, it could be you next week. You just never know.
Exactly. Yeah, that's dead right. I've got D for Dick. Cressida
Dick, yes.
Yeah, in the news a lot.
She's decided that the Met Office, not the Met Office, well, maybe it'd be better if the Met Office did their investigations for them. They could tell us what the weather's going to be like at the same time. But no, the Met Police are only from this moment investigating crimes that haven't happened yet. Crimes in the future, because that's where they're at now. No crime that has happened in the past will be investigated by the Met Police.
Examining all evidence with the help of Stevie Wonder, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we've got cronyism.
Cronyism. That's a very good one. Yes, cronyism. This is the age of cronyism. Yeah.
Indeed, yeah. I've got Stella Creasy, who was the Labour MP who recently took her baby into the Chamber of Horrors, Parliament.
Yeah, which seems like a cruel and unusual punishment for the baby.
Absolutely.
What's it done to deserve that?
And of course, some of the Tories had a cow over the fact that she had a baby.
Some of them had a baby cow. Yeah.
So that was a C. A CO2 shortage.
Yes, there was. There was a CO2 shortage. That's right, because I don't know why. Was it Brexit? It was probably Brexit, wasn't it?
Probably Brexit, I think.
Yeah, almost certainly Brexit. How's Brexit going, by the way, Nige?
Brexit's going great.
Brexit's going great.
That's for sure. And crops unpicked. Crops in the field.
Yes.
Rotting.
Mm-hmm. Hang on, I'm going to cough. Steve Allen is trying to kill me. Is Steve Allen responsible for putting those mince pies on that desk?
Yeah, there's loads of them, aren't there?
Well, thanks a lot, Steve. You almost killed me. I've got a mince pie backing up on me now. You got caught in my esophagus, for crying out loud.
I think the word you're looking for is...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'll do that off the air, because otherwise it'd be rude.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But your favourite, Dookie Edinburgh, is he a D?
The Cheeky Edinburgh. That's going to be E, I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
he comes next.
I'll leave that one.
Edinburgh. Yeah.
D for dinghies.
Yeah. Very good. Dinghies. Everybody was dinghy spotting, including Uncle Nige. Yeah, he put on his best galoshes.
Yeah.
Of course, he wants to make sure he doesn't bump into any fishermen because they want a word with him. I believe they knew what they were voting for, but apparently not. Yeah, they've been duped.
Okay. I've got a couple more here, sorry about this, I'm going on. De Klerk, F.W. de Klerk, former South African president and Nobel Peace Prize winner, died.
He was a what prize winner?
A Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Peace Prize winner, yeah.
With Mandela.
A Peace Prize winner. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Ted Dexter.
Who's that?
Who was the former England cricket captain. I know you're a big
cricket. That's great.
Boring.
What happened to him?
He died.
He also died. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
And the last one I've got is domestic flights. No, I'm not sure it's a D or an F, but I'll let you decide on that one.
Domestic flights, the tax was reduced.
Exactly, yeah, because we're so green and
in order to speed up the killing of the planet. Yeah.
Exactly, yes. Right, yeah.
Thanks a lot, Rishi Sunak. That's you. It sounds like you've done your bit. Excellent work. Thanks a lot, Neil. 0345 6060 973. Text 84850. Email nicka@lbc.co.uk, and if you're on Twitter, it's @LBC. We're at the letter D in the A to Z of 2020, and you do get extra points if you get it in the right order.
And it was 30 or 35 questions. The first questions are very easy. The last questions are much more difficult. Like a memory question, it's like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say, could you repeat that? So I said, yeah. So it's woman, camera, TV. Okay, that's very good. If you get it in order, you get extra points. Okay, now he's asking you other questions. And then 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes later, they say, remember the first question? Not the first, but the 10th question? Give us that again. Can you do that again? And you go, woman, man, person, man, camera, TV. If you get it in order, you get extra points. They said nobody gets it in order. It's actually not that easy, but for me it was easy. And that's not an easy question. In other words, they ask it to you, they give you 5 names and you have to repeat them, and that's okay. If you repeat them out of order, it's okay, but you know, it's not as good. But then when you go back about 20, 25 minutes later and they say, go back to that question, they don't tell you this, go back to that question and repeat them. Can you do it? And you go, camera, man, person, woman, TV. They say, that's amazing. How did you do that? I do it because I have like a good memory, because I'm cognitively there.
Trust me, I'm like a smart person.
This is LBC with Nick Abbott. Call 0345 6060 973. Tweet @LBC. Text 84850.
Everything is going extremely well.
Everything is going fantastically well, thanks for asking. It's the A to Z of 2021 with me, Nick Abbott, on LBC. We are at the letter D. D is for, well, that's up to you. Quite a few callers pointing out that the name of that chap from the DUP is Edwin Poots, not Edwin Coots. Did he say Coots? Because I heard Poots.
Oh, did it? I've had a few callers.
Couple of three callers who said he said Coots, not Poots. Edwin Poots. I may say that name about, 50 or 60 times before the end of this show, just for the pleasure of saying it. Poots. Let's have Warwickshire. Hello, Chris.
Oh, hi. I've got a B.
Yes.
Botham.
Ian Botham.
Yes, he's Lord Botham or Baron Botham.
Lord Botham.
Something feudal. He became our trade envoy to Australia in September.
This is how desperate we are. I mean, really. It's a good job
I don't know if he liaised with, was it Lynn Truss at the time?
The Brains Trust.
That 0.02, whatever it was, added to our GDP.
Yeah, I know. How will we spend that money? That's a whole £1 per household per year we'll be making out of that deal. Thanks a lot, Liz Truss.
That and the one with New Zealand, was that 0.0 something as well?
Oh, they're even smaller. Like vanishing you won't even notice it. In 15 years, you won't notice a difference. Of course, farmers might, because they'll be put out of business, but the government doesn't appear to be bothered one way or the other about that kind of thing. We put the fishing people out of business, and we put the farming people out of business. Anybody else? Is there any business left that's still running in this country? Oh, Fishy Sunak's come up with the money, though, right enough. He's going to give £6,000 to businesses that are struggling.
Oh, fabulous.
That, coincidentally, is the same amount that he paid per day to consultants for that taste and testing app. How's that going, by the way?
Contact tracing.
Oh, give it up, Bodge. You're never going to get it. Where did that nice lady go?
She just hung on.
Oh, really? I suspect that, I don't know, her phone ran out of batteries or something like that. She's been, chit-chatting away to the rallies or complaining that her Christmas food delivery didn't arrive. You are in a queue of 10,000 people. We will get to you as soon as possible. All of our operatives are working from home. Under the influence of...
booze.
Yeah. I've said this before, but you know when somebody's working from home when they pick up the phone, you want to register a complaint because they haven't got their working head on. Now, this is not to suggest that people should be forced to go back into work as opposed to working from home, but you know when you're speaking to somebody from home because they got their at home head on. You know, they're just drifting through the day. And they're not sitting up straight. They're in a prone position. You know, a couple of cocktails in by about 11 in the morning. Hard at work, in the Boris Johnson manner. Hey, Bodge. Yes. Cheese and wine meeting. Yeah, I bet they're having a cheese and wine meeting right now. Going mental. Let's have Leeds. Hello, Alex. No, didn't do that right. My fault entirely. One moment, please. Leeds. Hello, Alex.
Good evening, Nick. How are you?
Yeah, great, mate.
So, got an A from last night and a B,
okay.
C and a D.
Oh, wow. Okay. Full house.
A is for Article 16 of the Brexit Treaty.
Yes.
That Lord Frost and others were threatening to trigger.
Yeah, another one of these lords. The unelected bureaucrats that we choose to be run by. Yeah. Because we didn't want to be run by elected bureaucrats in the European Union. How weird.
Indeed. C is for Chesham and Amersham by-election.
Oh, yes.
So that was the first sign, probably, of Bojo's aura being on the wane.
Yeah, I can... I can smell his aura going off from here. Go on.
And finally, D is alliterative. D is for Dylan the Downing Street dog.
Ah.
And he was in the news this year because there were reports of him when he's on walk is being
frisky.
How can I put it? Yeah, a bit amorous with other canines.
Yeah, you know where he gets that from.
I couldn't possibly comment.
All right, thanks, Alex. 0345 6060 973. Steve texts, B is for Bulb Energy, as it is the first failed energy company to be placed into special administration and propped up by the government. Is it actually propped up by the government, or are they just going to hive it off to somebody else? Who was going to charge you an arm and a leg? Like, literally, somebody was going to come over with a saw if you can't pay your bill. My energy company failed, and they still keep asking me for money. That doesn't seem right, does it? This is an update on our previous advice that you should pay us lots of money, even though we're not actually serving you anymore. Yeah, sure. Let me think about that for a while. Canterbury. Hello, Stephen.
No, it's Phil.
Can I call you Stephen?
Yes, you can.
Yes, Stephen.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Cheers, and you.
Since we're on your calendar, I've got a B and a C.
Yes.
I think. Insulate Britain.
Very good.
Face gluers.
I'm going to call that an I.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. And cocaine. Lots of it in the Westminster toilets.
Yes. Cocaine running around my brain. A knife, a fork, and a bottle and a cork. That's the way you spell New York. Right on.
Correct.
All right, good work. Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you.
Ta-da. 0345, if that is indeed your name. Highly suspicious. 0345 6060 973. Paul tweets, D is for the Duchess of Sussex, our Mrs. Sparkle. Which one's the Duchess of Sussex?
Meghan Sparkles.
Is it?
Yeah.
Out of Hazard and Sparkles?
That's it.
Isn't she great?
Yeah.
Didn't even get a mention today. Nothing. I thought that was the most notable thing that, came out of that. That. Not a mention. Where am I? Arjun in Beckenham says, Steve said you're the size of a house. Steve Allen, maybe lay off the mince pies. I think Donald Trump said it best when he said,
"Oh, shut up!"
Thanks a lot, Steve. Mind your own business. I think that Steve Allen should buy everybody in the all of the staff and the presenters on LBC a Fortnum's hamper for Christmas. Hands in the air, who agrees with me? Everybody! Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Let's have... who's going to tell him, by the way? I'll do it. Taunton. Hello, John.
Oh, hello, Nick. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I got an A, 3 C's, and 2 D's.
Okay.
The A is David Amis, the MP that was murdered back in October, I think, or November.
Right.
I know they're not very good. What's the second? One's another C for you. The policeman who murdered that lady in London, Wayne Cousins.
Right. Oh, dear.
Yeah, 3 other C's. Jeremy Corbyn, because he was no longer a Labour MP. He's now an independent. Jeremy Corbyn, whose Christmas message was very good, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to look it up on Twitter? Yeah, and his embarrassing brother, Piers Corbyn, yes, who was, notoriety on the anti-mask wearing and stuff like that, and anti-vaccine. Yeah, or I'll sum it up for you. Yeah, my final C and is, in closing, Chelsea becoming European champions. Yes, they did. The 2 D's I got for you, Cressida Dick. Yes, got Cressida Dick. Oh, you have? Yeah, and Cressida Dick and her amazing escaping epaulets. Yes, exactly. they do look like they're trying to stage an escape, don't they? Like they're trying to get away from her. Her epaulets. You want to make sure they're sewn on secure, Ms. Dick. Yeah. Another, it could be a B, I don't know whether, to do with Cressida Dick. She and Boris Johnson went to the same College in Oxford.
Oh, for
Balliol.
crying out loud. Did they?
Yes.
At the same time?
I think they're around the same time, yeah.
Right. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
It's all a coincidence, I'm sure.
My final one for the D is Mark Drakeford, the Welsh First Minister.
Yeah.
He's been in the news for going further than Boris Johnson in the COVID
yes.
restrictions.
The rules must be obeyed. All right, thanks a lot, John. 0345 6060 973. Text 84850. Email nick@lbc.co.uk. And if you're on Twitter, it's at LBC. It goes quite quick, don't it? It's we're halfway through the D's already, and I bet your head is in a spin. You know, what with the beer and the wine and the turkey and the sprouts and the parsnips and I'm making myself ill just thinking about it.
Nick Abbott on LBC. Call 0345 6060 973.
Listen to him. He knows everything.
No, I know nothing. Just like smug.
You're better informed than I am. I don't know anything.
He doesn't know anything.
I don't know anything.
What do you know?
I don't know anything.
Say it again.
I don't know anything.
Oh, that's so satisfying. 0345 6060 973. We're at the letter D in the A to Z of 2021. Things are going just great. Tooting. Hello, Jan.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Nick.
Jan.
Good evening. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jan.
Yes. Sorry to hear about your teeth or your tooth.
Oh, yeah. The saga continues.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a saga as well.
A saga?
Yeah. Well, I mean a dental saga.
A dental saga, right. Would you do me a favour?
Do
me a favour?
Talk about it.
Yeah, don't talk about it, exactly.
No. I've rung I've got a D and actually two. Now I've got two D's and a C.
Jan, is your radio on in the background?
Shall I do the D's first?
You will stop right there. Is your radio on in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to turn it off. Must turn the radio off.
Yeah, I've turned it off. Yeah, I have, yeah. Sorry about that. Can you hear me all right?
No.
I'd better go in the other room. Let me go in the other room.
Which room are you going into?
I'll go into the other room.
Well, which room? How many rooms have you got?
Can you hear me all right now, Nick?
No. How many rooms have you got there?
Let me move.
Yeah,
let me move.
Move into another room.
I'll go into the other room.
Which room are you going into?
My front room.
Yeah, right, okay.
What's that clicking sound?
Clicking sound? I hear no clicking sound. A clicking sound? There's no clicking sound.
Oh, are you winding me up?
Who, me?
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, shall I go on with it? Please.
Okay, then. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry I mentioned the teeth. So I'll do the C first, yes?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's probably not, people are not familiar with her, but they will be next year when she hits the news big time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, the name is Samantha Cristoforetti.
Who?
Cristoforetti.
Cristo.
Cris.
Mm-hmm.
Toforetti. Now
Ferretti.
Yeah, she's an astronaut, and she's going to be the first European. See, look, she's going to be the first European to command the International Space Station next year.
What's she going to command it to do?
No, she'll be the captain of the space station.
She's the captain of this ship.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that in October there's an annual World Space Week. That's how I came to find out.
No, hang on a minute. Wait. Who says it's annual Space Week?
Every year.
Oh, right.
Since 1999, there's World Space Week.
World Space Week.
From the 4th of October onwards.
Right.
Yes,
well, I don't register. I don't recognise that holiday.
No, it's not a holiday. It's a program all over Europe.
You don't even get a holiday?
Yeah, it's a program for resorts for focusing on a theme each year.
Right, it's a program. Oh, okay. What's on the other side? I don't like this program. It sounds like learning. I hate learning.
Okay. Anyway, they've got a Barbie doll. They've got a Barbie doll because they want to target young girls.
She's a grown-up astronaut. That's no way to talk about Samantha Cristoforetti.
But they did. They modelled it on her, and she's really happy. She's hoping it will encourage primary school kids that young to raise their aspirations to work in space.
Right. Well, what does she look like?
Oh, you can see her online. She's good. She's 44, but she's done a lot of work for the Eurospace Agency, but this is the first time.
First time what? She's going to be represented in plastic as a Barbie doll. Right. Okay, all right. Samantha Cristoforetti, I believe you. She's going up into space, where many people have boldly gone before.
But she'll be the command. She's going to be in command, and she's the first European to be in command there.
She will insist that you obey her authority. Yes.
So the other one is the Discovery Centre. For D for Discovery Centre, shortened to DISC.
DISC.
This for Discovery, and then C for the Centre. One word. So that was opened up in November.
What is it?
It's the largest research and development centre of AstraZeneca.
Oh, research and development.
Yes,
and more learning. Ugh.
But this is in the news. But it's exciting because it's the biggest.
Can barely contain myself.
In Britain.
Yeah.
It's led by the Anglo-Swedish company AstraZeneca.
Is it?
Yeah, and so what was it? Sunak was saying he sees this and as part of this development.
Right. Well, if Fishy Sunak likes it, I don't.
No,
just on principle.
No, I mean just that they
what
want
else have you got?
To be a science superpower.
Jan, can you go into another room?
Oh. All right, but I don't say the last one. It made it a bit too negative for Christmas.
Okay, well, it sounds like
it's about J.K. Rowling.
She said it anyway. Just couldn't help herself. J.K. Rowling?
Yeah, being doxed. The word doxed. I never came across it before until I just came across it in the news. It was front page news recently.
Dox?
Dox. D-O-X-X.
D-O-X-X? What's that?
Oh, okay, well, that's
God. Wish I hadn't asked now. What is it?
Doxing. D-O-X-X. Well, I found out about it just after reading it, but it means it was when those doxing. She was a victim of doxing.
What's doxing?
That's having personal details put online.
Oh, that's what doxing is. Well,
yeah,
how did they come up with that? D-O-X-X-I-N-G?
Yeah, well, that was the first I heard it. She didn't.
Well, it's the first I've heard it.
For a while.
Right.
That's been around for a while, so I thought it was interesting.
I've got no idea about the derivation of the word doxing, and neither do I wish to find out. But as soon as you get to another room, Jan, you give me a call back straight away, okay?
Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jan. It was Jan. 0345 6060 973. Adam in Slough says D is for deck chair, as in Dominic Deck Chair Raab. Relaxing, if you please, while Afghanistan was falling apart. It really is the cabinet of no talents, isn't it? Swansea. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Nick. How are you doing?
Very well, thanks. Merry Christmas.
Jane and I are sitting here just having a chat, and we wanted to say the good is Drakeford, the bad is Andrew R.T. Davis.
Andrew R.T. Davis.
Yeah, you probably don't know who he is.
Who is he?
You live in Wales and suffer the rubbish that he talks.
Well, I've got no idea who he is. Who is he?
He's the leader of the Conservative group.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Cons in Wales.
That's it. That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to listen, you know.
Who? Mr. R.T. Davis?
Yeah, you don't have to.
I do. I do listen. I listen to you every night.
No, not this. You don't have to listen to R.T. Davis.
I try not to.
Well, there you go. Just put your fingers in your ears and hum loudly to yourself.
He's very, very loud.
He's very, very loud. Okay, well, then you're going to have to be very, very loud back.
Well, we are. But Mr. Drakeford is far better and far more intelligent than he is.
Than R.T. Davis, yeah. Well, I don't doubt that.
Pardon?
If you say so.
Well, I'm sure you agree with me.
Well, I don't disagree. How does that sound?
Well, I think that's very good of you.
That's acceptable, yes.
Yeah, very good of you not to disagree.
Well, I wear that moniker with pride. I'm a very good person.
You're bearing it, Nick.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot, Dave. 0345 6060 973. Oh, my God, look at this already. There's like about 3 feet of texts and emails that have come in, and I've barely read one of them yet. I am very bad at my job. By the way, if I don't read them, and this only applies to this week, if I don't read your texts and tweets and emails and so on the air, I will read them tomorrow. I normally don't, because it's just too much. But as I am compiling this list for release as a book, along with my commentary of each month that's gone by this year, then I will go through them. And you wouldn't believe how long it takes. It takes absolutely all day long. I've been making the list of yesterday's suggestions. So an enormous amount of effort has gone into this.
Whinging and whining and moaning.
0345 6060 973. How about Cullen, North Scotland? Derek.
Hello, good evening, Nick. How
Derek,
are you doing?
I'm great, mate. Have you had a white Christmas?
No, but I saw on Facebook that it's officially been a white Christmas.
Yes. I would have thought that if it was going to be white, then it would have been white round your parts.
My parts are not white.
They're not white, right, okay.
Anyway, I wanted to give you a quick update. I've got a C for you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on the hashtag Cullen Tapestry. I spoke to you last year about it, and I asked you to convert the length of it. Now, I can't remember what length it was last year, but I've been working on it every day since, and it's now over 100 feet long.
100 feet long? And what is the nature of this tapestry?
It's a big thank you to the NHS. I started it when the lockdown started in March 2020, and I've just been keeping going. It features some cartoon characters. It features Sir Tom. It walked in his garden. It's got a Spitfire flyby saying thank you, and it's a big thank you to the Cullen community and everybody that's been keeping us going. So I would like to give you a mention on it if you would like.
If that's what you want to sew in it, then that's just fine by me.
I will do that. But
what are you going to do with it?
I don't really know.
Right.
I haven't got 100-foot plus walls in the house.
Yes.
So
if it's 100 foot long, how wide is it?
Oh, it's just under a foot wide.
Right.
I use blank canvas sheets.
So it's like the world's longest scarf.
You could wear it as a scarf, I suppose. But it lights up. I've added lights into the back of it.
It lights up?
It does, yeah. Well, I know you're from Scotland, but Cullen's quite famous. It's got its iconic Cullen Viaduct that the train used to run over. And this time of year, they've rigged it up with lights.
Wow.
So I thought if they can make the real one light up, I can make my one light up as well. So
now,
it changes colour.
The Cullen Viaduct, that's the Harry Potter Viaduct, right? That's the one that it's on a curve, no? Is that somewhere else?
Is that Glenfinnan? That's away over in the west coast, I think. No, this is up top north-east Scotland. So yeah, let's say 105 feet long is an estimate. So what would that be in metres?
3? It's about 3 metres. That's mental arithmetic, live on the air. It's a remarkable gift, but I just some things I can just do.
Okay, well, maybe this time next year I'll be speaking to you again. It'll be even longer. I don't know.
Excellent. All right, keep knitting or whatever it is that you call it. Thanks a lot, Derek. 0345 6060 973. That's the world's longest appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you to the good people at the NHS.
Leading Britain's conversation. LBC with Nick Abbott.
Right, so what are we doing?
Given we are doing the A to Z of 2021, it is happening now. It's the letter D, and we are trying to get as many in this hour as we possibly can before we move on to the next letter, which will be E. But we can go backwards and fill in the gaps. We just can't go forwards, that's all. Streatham. Hello, Jackie.
Hello, Nick.
Jackie.
Dominic Cummings.
Dominic Cummings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in the news this year?
He was all over the news like white on rice. Yes, you couldn't look at any page of any paper without seeing his alarming face peering out at you. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I've got another one, the Delta variant.
The Delta variant. Oh, very good. Yeah. Well, I think let's hope that by this time last year there aren't any more letters in the alphabet that represent variants. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if this was it? If this supposedly mild thing was just it petering out?
Yeah, that would be great, and hopefully no more lockdowns.
No more lockdowns. That's right, and no more of any of it. God, can you remember normal life?
Just about.
Just about. Yeah. It's like a hallucination when you remember what life used to be like. You used to be able to just walk into a shop without sticking this thing over your face. It's hard to believe, but true. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Well, put it this way: it keeps wearing the mask all the time. It gives me headaches as soon as I get home. So I'm glad to see the back of it once we don't have to wear it anymore.
It gives you a headache. Maybe you're not wearing it right.
Well, I am, but I don't know if it's the material or the way it's made or whatever.
Right. You're not putting the plastic bag that it comes in over your head, are you?
No.
Right, okay. I just thought I had to check that. All right. Thanks a lot, Jackie.
Nick.
Cheers, my dear. Ta-da. 0345 6060 973. Right, see if I can't read at least some of these, and then perhaps we can move on. Gordon says, D is for dressage, and Charlotte Dujardin, who did well in the Olympics on horseback. I think that the horse was doing most of the work. That's just an opinion. Josh says, A is for Jan's smoke alarm, which was worse than a clicking sound. What, Jan that I was just talking to? Jan that I was just talking to?
Yeah, apparently her smoke alarm went off when you spoke to her once.
Oh, right. So this is... Okay, the amount of times that I talk to people who... and in the background, right, every 20 seconds or so, it goes beep. I mean, it drives me mad just talking to them on the phone. How they can live with that, I don't know. Smoke alarms with batteries. The number of times in my life that I have been woken up at 3 a.m. by this thing that goes beep, and you don't know which one's doing it. And so you've got to wait. At 3 a.m, you're just barely being able to keep your eyes open. You've got to wait till the thing goes beep, and then you can eliminate the one that's above you, but you still can't tell which one it is, because there doesn't seem to be any direction to those sounds. And when you do actually find the one that it is, by standing underneath it, process of elimination, then you find that you can't get it open. Whoever's invented those things, they need to be corrected. You can't get them open. I did one time have to go on the internet at 3 o'clock in the morning to look up the model to see how to get in it. Because there didn't seem to be any way other than just ripping it off the ceiling. And I'm not sure that would have even worked, because it still would have gone beep. I had to look it up on the internet, find out how you got into this thing, and it was you take a screwdriver and you stick it in the side of it and it pops the lid open. Well, how am I supposed to blooming well know that? Now, the moron who had put it in had placed it so near the wall that you couldn't actually get the screwdriver in it to open it. I mean, think about that for just a second. So there's only one way the screwdriver goes into it. Let's say at 12 o'clock on the circle of the fire alarm. You had to stick the screwdriver in at 12, but he had placed 12 so near the wall that you couldn't get the screwdriver in there. Oh, God, I could have killed him. If I'd known his address, I'd have got in my car and gone over and committed a violent act. But you know me, I never complain.
Stop whining.
0345 6060 973. At the letter D, Yorkshire. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Nick. How are you doing?
Great, mate. Happy Christmas.
Good, good. Couple of sort of Jim will fix it ones, this. Paul Dacre, who Boris had fixed to become the BBC chairman,
yes, right.
withdrew.
Well, it was Ofcom. No, it was Ofcom, wasn't it?
Ofcom, yeah. He withdrew under pressure.
Not suited to the task. was the word from the panel. Yeah.
This is another failing Grayling one where they fixed it to become chairman of the parliamentary committee, and he still didn't win.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Paul Dacre.
And you got Delta on that one, so I'm a bit stuffed on that.
The Delta variant. Yeah, there's going to be so many of these things that have got something to do with COVID because, apart from Brexit, it was the number one story in the news this year. Again.
It is. Anyway, I'm chomping at the bit for you, so I'll ring you back.
Ah, OK, excellent. There you go. We've got one in the bag. Thanks a lot to Mike. 0345 6060 973. Bella tweets, my D word is dingleberries, a word made notoriously famous by yourself and Carol McGiffin.
Yeah.
Because Carol McGiffin and I do a podcast. It's called What's Your Problem with Nick and Carol? We've got a special Christmas festive edition up at the moment. Then we're going to take a couple of weeks off over Christmas because the podcast team here at Global Towers, they take the Christmas break off, so we have to as well. It's not our fault. Forced into it. But we will be back in sort of the second week of January, something like that. But there are almost 100 episodes of us up there helping people.
What?
100, pretty much. If you want us to solve your issue, then send it to the following address, nickandcarol@global.com, nickandcarol @global.com. And if you wish to be amused and you've got an hour, then I just pull them up on the World Wide Web and just plunge in there. Start with the last one and go backwards. It's called What's Your Problem with Nick and Carol? Ask for it on an internet near you. The one on the board wants to talk about E. Can't do that yet. Wendy from the wee country, Clackmannanshire, says Tom Daly, the diver who can maybe inspire more men to knit. Yeah, when I saw that thing that he knitted, which was a jumper, my initial reaction was, you did not knit that jumper. But apparently he did. It seems, I don't know, it looks difficult to me. Darius is a rabbit who claimed to be the world's biggest, was stolen in the UK. He's 4 foot 3 inches long. I've no idea if he's been found, says Wendy. Well, if any rabbit that's lost can be found, it's one that's 4 foot 3 inches long. 4 foot 3? Some people aren't that big. A rabbit? And Steve texts, D is for the driver shortage. Yes, it is. Very good suggestion. The driver shortage. Yeah. Any ideas what that was caused by?
Brexit's going great.
Brexit is in fact going great. Oh my God, there's a picture of it. That's ridiculous. That's not a rabbit. That's a monster. That's a dinosaur. And that nice lady is picking it up like it don't weigh nothing at all. It must weigh a ton. And I bet it tastes delicious, don't you?
Hold the line.
Just kidding, kids. I should mention, by the way, that Dingleberries, which got me onto that Nick and Carol podcast thing, that's my safe word, because I cannot talk to Carol McGiffin about politics, even a little bit. So I have a safe word, and she has a safe word, which is sausages. And at any point in the podcast, when we start straying into, negative territory, then one of us yells sausages or dingleberries, and we have to immediately start talking about a prearranged topic, which is usually like cheese or, feet, trees, that sort of thing. Something that's, uncontroversial. Richard says, D is for Nadine Dorris, who became culture secretary and was also kicked out of the WhatsApp group by Steve Hardman Baker. I've never seen in my life somebody who looks less like a hard man who is called Hardman. But okay then. Passes for a hard man in the Conservative Party. 0345 6060 973. That's the D's gone. Blimey, it goes quick, don't it? You can text 84850. Email nica@lbc.co.uk. If you're on Twitter, it's @LBC. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. At 10, Nick Abbott, LBC. And we'll recommence with the letter E. E is for after the new news at 11. Everything starts with an E.
This is LBC from Global, leading Britain's conversation with Nick Abbott.
Oh, hello.
I just want to tell you all how happy I am to be back in the studio, making a picture again.
It's a radio show, dear. 0345 6060 973. Into the E's. I'll have an E, please, Bob. Andrew in Hernhill says E is for Entente Cordiale. The spat between Boris Johnson and Emmanuel Macron. Entente cordiale. It sounds like filthy foreign language to me. No! Let's have Woolwich. Richard.
Hey, good evening and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Nick.
Richard.
Now, you've got to be a certain age to get that reference about I'll have an E, please, Bob.
I suppose you do, yeah. Everything starts with an E thing.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Same generation. Yeah, right. Hey, I'm gonna go, if I may, for e-learning.
E-learning.
Yeah, and there was I think it really took off in 2021, and there were so many interesting things that happened around e-learning. The funniest one was, I don't know if you remember, when there was a young kid who was doing was online with doing e-learning with her school, and her mum walked naked across the bag. And the teacher said, "Oh my God, turn your camera off at once."
Awful.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
My favourite Zoom moment was when that lawyer turned himself into a cat.
Oh, that was brilliant. I still watch that. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think, we've been doing e-learning a lot in business for many, many years, and it was quite interesting how schools had to very quickly get into that whole kind of e-learning thing.
Yeah. Which, to be clear, is just the teacher's on video and you sit there staring at her or him.
Well, exactly, and that was my big thing, because they made such a big thing about it. And there was so much talk about how much money needs to go into e-learning. And I got quite frustrated with that conversation, because I thought you just need to talk to business people. We've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
And that's how we've actually been doing a lot of it.
Just open your laptop, it's got a camera in the top of it, and start talking. Problem solved. Yeah.
I don't have your naked mum walking behind you.
That is the most important part, yeah. E-learning. All right, good work. Thanks a lot, Richard. 0345 6060 973. Timothy says, B is, we can go backwards, can't go forwards. So we can fill in the gaps in the B's, and we haven't got this one yet. Shamima Begum, still trying to get back into the UK. Yes, because apparently the safety of the nation is under threat from one small schoolgirl. Thanks for keeping us safe, Pretty Patel.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Emma Lemstead, Mirage.
Hello, Nick. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
I have threes, if that's okay.
Yes, absolutely is.
The Ever Given, the ship that blocked the Suez Canal in March.
Yeah. We're still recovering from that, apparently. Boats and containers are still in the wrong place because of that. Still.
Not only that, the time after it went through the Suez Canal that time, it was escorted by a convoy of 6 other ships just in case it blocked it again.
Right.
Also, Euro 2020.
Euro 2020.
We got to the final. And exams, because I was in year 13 this year, and we were told we would have exams, then we were told we wouldn't, and then we did have them, but our schools wrote them.
What?
It was a mad year for exams.
So they were on and they were off, and they were on and they were off again, and they were back on again?
And they were back on again, but our teachers wrote them, and some teachers were very nice and some very weren't.
Right. Was this the year, or was it the previous year? Because it all sort of melded into one, where the Conservative Party gave all of the top marks to people like the people who went to private school.
No, that was last year.
This
year,
right.
Teachers gave their own grades, but they had to be evidenced.
Evidenced, right. Okay. Yeah. What grade did you get there, Mirage?
I got A-B, thankfully. It got me into my course.
Oh, excellent work. Well done, that man.
Thank you.
You scraped through.
Thank you.
Only just.
I did.
Thanks a lot, mate. 0345 6060 973. Did the minimum work necessary to get to his intended target. Just about scraped by. Top marks there for effort, at least. Leicester. Hello, David.
BC's and another A.
Go ahead.
And the B I really want. Andrew Bridgen. Conservative MP, talking common sense.
Right.
On the COVID recovery and all the rest of it. But this one, I don't know whether you're going to let me have this one because it's based on a first name rather than a surname. But my local MP, Webb.
Where's he gone? Well, it sounded a bit dodgy when he started to speak. Are we... hello? Is there anybody out there? David?
Yeah.
There's something wrong with your phone, mate.
No. The window.
I'm getting the... Yeah, lean out the window, but not too far. No, we're going to have to call you back, or you call us back. We need a better line. 0345 6060 973. Better luck next time. York. Hello, Jan.
Hello, Nick. How are you tonight?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay?
Yeah. Well, that means good in Yorkshire.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Yeah.
You're okie dokie.
Yeah, I'm okie dokie. 5 E's and 3 D's. So there's the Downing Street briefing room renovations.
Was that
2.6 million.
Yeah, was that this year? Downing Street?
Yeah, was it? I think it was.
These last 2 years have been so relatively uneventful. I've got no markers because, like I said yesterday, you've normally got markers in the year. You know, you went on holiday or you went out and you did this and that. But the last 2 years have been just the same. Every day has been pretty much the same. So I've got no reference points. But okay, the Downing Street briefing room, 2.8.
I think it was. Yeah,
million pounds, or something like that. We might as well just set fire to the money.
The funny thing was that when I saw it, I thought it looked worse than it did before.
It's incredible that they can spend £2.8 million on a room that already exists. How is that possible?
Terrible, absolutely terrible.
And then they didn't even use it, apart from to show Bodger the new Bond movie.
That's right, yeah. I heard that.
I am stunned.
Awful. Debenhams, they closed their remaining stores.
Debenhams closed, right. What was the last thing you bought in Debenhams?
Oh, crikey, I can't remember. A suit, I think.
That's probably the reason why they closed. Yeah, I think
time ago.
That's everybody's memory, yeah. No, can't remember.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Olympia Dukakis, she died. American actress.
Yeah, she was the woman in the back of the car, wasn't she? No, wait.
She was in Steel Magnolias. Right. Do you remember that one?
It's one of those films that I'm aware of, but I probably didn't watch.
No.
Are you allowed to say chick flick? Probably not.
I don't know. Was it one of those? I don't know.
I don't. I tell you what, if the poster had a gun in it, then it was for blokes. If it doesn't, and this is absolutely true, if the poster has a gun in it, it's for blokes. If it doesn't, it's not for blokes.
Right.
Every single poster of every movie, with the possible exception of the one that you just mentioned, has got a gun in it.
Right.
They always do.
Okay.
It's weird, isn't it, that the number one form of entertainment for human beings is murder. Even in the middle of the day. You switch on the TV in the middle of the day, not necessarily at Christmas time, because they put a lot of special programming on, but ordinarily it's like that Mrs. Marple murder thing and the Oxford murders with John Shaw. Yeah, all of that stuff. It's murder, murder. We can't get enough of it.
Morse. Yep. They're all killing up one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't people just get along?
I don't know. Anyway, there's another one here that's died.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Dole. American politician.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think he was around at the same time as Margaret Thatcher, wasn't he?
Bob Dole.
I think.
Yeah, it certainly does ring a bell, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now then, E10 fuel. That's the new petrol that was introduced in September.
Yes, and I bet a lot of people thought, well, my car takes petrol. This is from a petrol station. I'll just stick it in the car and squirt some in there. And then they found out that it doesn't actually work on E10 fuel.
I'm glad you've heard of it, because your glamorous assistant hasn't.
Oh, my God. Do you drive?
No.
No, see, that doesn't make never mind whether he has heard about it or not.
Well, I don't drive, but I've heard of it.
Yes. See, she's way ahead of you idiot. I mean that in a supportive way.
And this one, I don't know whether you've put it under E or D. It's Edinburgh Zoo, their oldest chimp, David, died.
David?
So would that be E or D?
They call the chimp David?
Yeah.
What kind of a name is that for a chimp? David?
Yeah, he died. He was 46.
David the chimp. David, that's a terrible name for a chimp.
It could be worse.
I mean, it might as well. Well, it could have been Brian.
What would you call him?
I don't know, something chimp-like. Leave it with me. I'll think of something.
Okay.
He died anyway. Very sorry to hear that.
And here's three more that died. There was Don Everly.
Don Everly, right.
Yeah. Mark Eden. He was in Coronation Street.
Never seen a whole episode.
No. You haven't missed much. And
no, has anything happened yet?
I don't watch it anymore, so I couldn't tell you.
Right.
And Graham Edge from the Moody Blues.
Ah.
He died.
Graham Edge from the Moody Blues. Not many rockers died this year. You'd think that they'd all be up to, all the classic rock artists, you'd think that they'd be falling over like nine pins around about now, because they all must be 80, 90 years old.
Yeah.
But I think we got away with it pretty well this year.
Well, this Graham Edge, he was 80, Graham Edge.
Graham Edge, yeah. Of course, there was Charlie Watts, out of the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
But that's going to be much, much later in the alphabet, of course.
That's right, yeah.
Excellent work, Jan. Cheers, my dear.
Then.
0345 6060 973, the A to Z of 2021, with the letter E on LBC.
This is LBC with Nick Abbott.
Yes, hello. I've been waiting for you. Hello.
We've been waiting for this bloke to get on a better line, and I think it's actually happened in real life. To us, can you believe it? Leicester, back again. David.
It is. It's a better line.
Much better.
I've thought of another couple. Have you got A for Abbott? Nick Abbott, our entertainer?
No.
Well, there, you should be on there.
No, not newsworthy.
Under the A.
No.
No.
What else you got?
All right. Andrew Bridgen, Conservative MP, talking common sense.
About?
COVID.
Oh, the well-known health expert, Andrew Bridgen, yes.
Yeah, he's got the same qualifications as Bill Gates and Tony Blair.
I guess so, yeah. I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know whether we can have this one yet, or we might have to wait to W, but our Leicester East MP, close threatening to, or does that come under W for Web?
Let me think about it. Thanks a lot, mate. 0345 6060 973. You can text 84850, email nicka@lbc.co.uk. And if you're on Twitter, it's at LBC. You are all over this show. You're like an octopus.
Don't want to be sued.
An octopus in there. He's got like 6 ears. He's listening to phone calls. He's writing down people's tweets, and he's monitoring this show for things that shouldn't be going in. A good job somebody's in charge. I know I'm not. Croydon. Terry.
Hello?
Terry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Terry.
I shouldn't move to another room?
No, you're fine. You're fine in the room that you're in.
Okay. Right, well, this is from this is news from the Planetary Defence Coordination Office.
Oh, yes.
The office is a bit of a letdown. It should be bunker or something. But they fired off a satellite to hit an asteroid to see if they can move it.
Right.
In case they find one that's coming towards us.
And Bruce Willis isn't available. Yeah.
No, it's Didymos is they're aiming for, which is a bit sad, really.
So what's the name of this thing?
Well, it's called DART, and it's the Double Asteroid Redirection Test.
DART. Double asteroid.
Double asteroid redirection. Yeah, because they're aiming for one which is a binary. So they've got like a larger asteroid, which is about 1 kilometre across, and they've got this smaller one, which they're aiming for, which is about 180 metres across.
And DART stands for Double Asteroid Readdress.
Redirection.
Oh, redirection.
Yeah, redirection test.
Test, right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's going to work.
Well, if it doesn't work, that they do have a backup.
Emergency, everybody to get from street. Emergency, everybody to get from street.
Those will be your instructions.
Right, because it's a double one. If they hit it a bit wrong, get too much side on it, then they'll like ping it into the big one.
This is not snooker.
Well, who knows? I don't know. It's very exciting.
Yeah. So instead of one large one that might just miss us, they're going to create billions of relatively small ones that are going to just be peppering us like gunshot.
Yeah, but it'd be pretty, wouldn't it?
Well, it would be exciting.
It's 10 million. It's 10 million miles away, so I wouldn't worry.
Oh, okay then. Yeah. I'll put it on the back burner of my concerns. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the next one is an E, which is the elephants are genetically changing in Mozambique.
Oh, of all no tusks.
That's right. Yeah. And so it's a bit of a downside. One is it changes what they eat, because obviously if they haven't got tusks, they can't eat some stuff.
What can't they eat without tusks?
I don't know. I presume they clear stuff off, don't they, with their tusks, so they wouldn't be able to get to it.
I've got no idea.
Well, look, we'll read up about it.
Right, I certainly will do nothing of the sort.
but unfortunately, it's a genetic mutation. So what it means is that male elephants are more likely not to be aborted naturally. So there's less male elephants coming along. But generally it's a good thing, because now there's more elephants which you can't kill for tusks. But,
I think that people are going to go ahead and kill them anyway. I mean, they killed a rhinoceros the other day. It didn't even have a tusk. It had an artificial tusk, and those stupid morons shot it.
Yeah, well, you don't want any tusks at all. I think that's the secret. But as long as the Chinese don't get a taste for stewed elephant.
I think it probably tastes a bit like chicken.
I've no idea. And I'm pleased to know that my team had nothing to do with this. The European Super League, which blossomed briefly and then deflated very quickly.
Yeah, because Boris Johnson saved football by his own account. Bodge?
Yeah. Wait.
No one's believing that for a second. All right, good work. Thanks a lot, Terry. 0345 6060 973, the European Super League. That's not gone away, though. They're going to keep trying for that, because it's all about the money, honey. Not remotely interested in football, just the cash. Just give me the cash. Sheila in West London says, balanced and proportionate, always chanted as the government's response to the South African Omicron variant. Yes, it's a balanced and proportionate response from balanced and proportionate people. Bodge. Yes. Let's have my favourite call in the whole wide world in Cologne. Edward.
Greetings from Germany. So I have Eternals, which is a movie which is beginning the phase 4 of a Marvel Cinematic Universe. It is about a race of immortal beings.
Well, don't tell us.
This is the movie by this director who got Oscar winner, this Chinese director, and the critics hate it, but audience loves it.
Well, now, what kind of an audience? Are we talking about children here? We probably
we
are
talking about Rotten Tomatoes. The Rotten Tomatoes website gives it 78% for audience score, but only 47% for the critics.
Right, and it's called Eternals.
Eternals. I have seen it. I give it 4 of 10.
You give it 4 out of 10.
But there's Angelina Jolie. There's a lot of actors, and it was filmed also in England, in London, and there's a lot of scenes from England.
Right. Well, that's nothing to recommend it. So it's a superhero film.
But these are immortal celestials also present there, which are very huge, godlike beings. So it is more than superhero. This is like superhero.
Oh, well, you should have said. You had me at super.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What else you got?
That's all.
Oh, that's all.
Sorry.
Excellent work.
I have G letter, but it's too early.
It's too early for that, yeah. Okay, good work. Thanks a lot, Edward. That's Edward, our correspondent from Cologne, who likes to ruin movies. They're superheroes. And huge is what I heard. Enormous. I saw a good film the other day called The Last Duel. Very good. It's the new Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott, who did one of my favourite films of all time, Alien. Yep, it's excellent, actually. I don't think it's going to cinemas, is it? They look like they spent so much on it. How could they make it for just television? It's like billions and billions of dollars. Ask for it on a TV set near you. The Last Duel. It's very good. Yorkshire. Hey, Mike.
Hi, Nick. Jeffrey Epstein's been back in the news again with Ghislaine Maxwell's trial.
Yes, that's right.
And a B for you, Border and Nationalities Bill, which is more serious than most people realise.
Yes. People don't even know it exists, I'm sure. I mean, we're obsessed about all this ephemera, all this, insignificant stuff, which has been just sticking in our brains for months now, while the real meat of the problem goes by unnoticed.
Absolutely, and democracy. The Goddess of Democracy statue has been demolished in Hong Kong, which commemorated the Tiananmen Square massacre.
Yeah.
And the Chinese have removed it.
Demolished in Hong Kong, yes. I'm amazed that they had it standing there for so long.
Yeah, it's lack of... We're going backwards somewhere in the world, I think, Nick. But anyway,
like here, for instance. Yes.
Is a CD or a DC, whichever you like it. Divorcees in the Catholic Church. It emerged this year that the Catholic Church will happily remarry a twice divorced person. Not that you can think who that could be, could you?
Yes.
Perhaps only if you went to Eton that could happen to you, but...
Exactly, yeah. Well, there's there's a get-out... Religion in general always has get-out clauses.
Yes. But if it happened to you or me, you go and they say no.
Yeah.
Definitely no. But, well, there you go. Some people can get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Westminster Cathedral, that happened in, but if it was your own local parish Catholic church, if you said, I'm divorced, can I get married? I think the answer would be no. No.
Yeah. Oh, is that it? Yeah, excellent work. Thanks a lot, Mike. 0345 6060 973. I expect people to have so many of them that when they just have the one or the two, it comes as a surprise. You don't have to have a lot. You just have to have just one. And it doesn't have to be the letter that we're on. It can be any past letters in the alphabet. So we are at E, but you can fill in gaps that we may have so far. Let's have St John's Wood. Jonty.
Hey, Nick, how's it going?
Good, thanks.
Okay, so I was a bit worried for you because you said you didn't have any E's, so I just went bananas and got 11 of them.
Wow. 11?
But
okay.
we're down to 10 because Epstein's gone. So we'll start with Elon Musk. Can't get him out of the news.
Elon Musk he's got to be under M for Musk, I'm afraid.
Oh, you go off the second name.
We go by surnames unless they're known commonly by just the one name, like Boris, for instance, annoyingly.
Okay, what would you do with Queen Elizabeth then?
Well, under E?
Elizabeth.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah, can I have that? Okay, so my numbers have gone down a lot. Okay, third one then would be George Eustace for being useless.
Useless Eustace, yes.
Yeah, he's totally useless. Estonia, front line of Russia, worried about being attacked.
So they should be. All of those EA countries, there's loads of them.
What do we got? Oh, we got Lee Elders. He was the first black golfer to win a Masters in 1975, died this year.
Lee Elders?
Yes.
Golfer. Right. I'm unfamiliar with the world of golf, being as how it's just so exciting.
Boring!
I just can't keep up with it.
Oscar Wilde said it was a good walk spoiled.
Yes.
And I agree with him. I only ever got to ninth hole myself.
I just found it too frustrating. I mean, it's the kind of game I'd like to be able to play well, but I don't want to have to learn how to play it well. I just like to be able to play it well right now. Like the piano. I'd love to be able to walk into a room and play the piano. Wouldn't that be marvellous? But I don't want to have to do all of that learning stuff.
Try crazy golf. You'd probably be brilliant.
Crazy golf. That's a good idea.
I think it'd suit you down to the ground.
It would.
Here's another one you wouldn't have heard of. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Sorry, does it? That's it. All the other ones are begin with E. So, yeah, okay. So
excellent work. Very good, that man. Thanks, Jonty.
Leading Britain's conversation. LBC with Nick Abbott.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm super. Thanks for asking. It's the A to Z of 2021. We are at the letter E. Let's go to North Carolina. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Nick. How
Tim.
you doing?
Very well, thanks.
I've got an E for you. Einsteinium.
Einsteinian?
Einsteinium with a M for mother.
Einsteinium?
Correct. Ding, ding.
What's that then?
It was in the news earlier in the year. But I remember making a note that it was in the news, and I looked it up today, and it was so complicated and boring. I'm not going to bore you with the details of why it was in the news. It's element 99 in the periodic table, and it's a byproduct of the first hydrogen bomb explosion in 1952.
Right, but we're doing 2021.
But it was in the news this year. It was in the news in February this year.
But why? Why, though? Why was it in the news?
Well, that's the boring bit. It's because these researchers were able to synthesize it in a laboratory somewhere in California, and there was some, incredible discovery about the atoms and the neutrons and all the other bits that are in it. But it's really boring. So I'm going to go on to some Bs. I've got a couple of Bs from last night.
Right. You're going to go on before you bore us? Too late.
Exactly. Okay, so Alex and Lee, right, he was on about some A's and B's and C's, but he got to B, and he didn't mention the most important B.
Go on.
Bielsa. Marcelo.
Yeah, Marcelo Bielsa, yeah. The Leeds Supremo, who really lit up the Premiership last year. I don't support any team, but I'm really rooting for Leeds not to get demoted this year. I mean, they're around the bottom. I think there are a couple of teams above the relegation zone, aren't they? So fingers crossed.
They're struggling with injuries and COVID, and thank God their game against Liverpool was postponed tomorrow. I grew up in London, but I was born in Dewsbury, which is just outside Leeds.
Right.
I'm a lifelong Leeds City supporter.
Well,
anyway,
yeah, when I was at school, for no reason whatsoever, other than they were flying high, I decided to support Leeds. I was in Essex at the time, but I sported a yellow and a blue scarf at all times because it was Billy Bremner and Don Revie and all of that. So I have a certain fondness for Leeds, and my fingers are crossed.
I'm of a similar age to you, and I saw Billy Bremner and Eddie and all those guys, Jackie Charlton playing back in the 60s. So I don't believe you're not a supporter of any team. You keep that close to your chest. I suspect, given you're from Scotland, you're probably either a Celtic or Rangers supporter. But
No,
you never let...
not really, no. I spent all my time in Scotland being interested in punk rock.
Rock and roll!
Yeah, I had precious little time for football in Scotland. It was all about the music for me.
I'm a desperate bicycles fan. So
Are you really?
My second, yeah, absolutely. My second B, Brian from Stockton-on-Tees. Why hasn't he called in?
Well, he's called. That's as far as he gets.
Okay.
Yeah. Other shows are available.
Oh, yeah, he's been calling Clive's ball, and then I think Clive got so fed up with him that he cut him off as well. So anyway, I just was curious.
Yeah, that's the reason
I've
why.
got to serve up dinner now. It's 6:37 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've got to serve dinner.
OK, well, I hope that goes well. Thanks a lot, Tim. 0345 6060 973. You can text 84850. Email nicka@lbc.co.uk. And if you're on Twitter, it's @LBC. Michelle says... some Ds, the Delta variant, data, the daily COVID cases and the deaths, etc. Oh, you know what? Charts should be under C, shouldn't it? God, how many charts have we seen this year? I mean, the Daily Mail, I don't think there's any more room on the internet to put anything because there's stuffed with so many charts on the Daily Mail. What else? Doom, mostly courtesy of Sage, says Michelle, with their prophecies of mass death and destruction. Well, you try saying it. Math, death and destruction. Sorry not to be more cheerful, says Michelle. Let's have Oxford. Lewis.
Hello?
Yes, Lewis.
Oh, hi. I'm a first-time caller.
Good man. Welcome along.
I've been listening to your show quite a lot over the weekend.
Well, thanks.
And, yeah, you're a brilliant host. I don't know if my answer is rubbish or not, but Boris, when he had his little road map, I think it was in June or July, I'm going to go for a return of the live events.
You know what? I like roadmap. So I've noted that down for future consideration. Yeah.
I suppose events a little bit too broad.
It's a bit too broad. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but good first effort. Thanks a lot, Lewis. 0345 6060 973. Gordon in Hampstead says, C is for the Cuomo brothers. Andrew was forced out of the New York governorship after sexual harassment allegations, and his brother Chris, who was sacked from CNN after helping his brother to cover it up. Was it covering it up, or was it just reporting positively about him? I don't know, one or the other, but yeah, pretty bad year for the Cuomo brothers, yeah, who were flying high, because the chap on CNN, Chris Cuomo, he was the number one rated host on CNN. And if you're the number one rated host on an American broadcast medium, you are making dollars, and lots of them. Let's have Bulldog. Where's that, Matt? Oh, Matt. I hear breathing. Is there anybody? Ah, there you are. Yes, Matt. Matt doesn't know how to work his phone. All phones should come with instructions. One more time.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Matt. There you are.
Hello.
Okay. It's a no from me. Yeah, he's saying hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Anyone here?
Hello.
Let's have Bradford. Graham.
Hi, Nick.
Graham.
I've got two E's.
Yes.
The first one is the catastrophic explosion in Beirut in April, which devastated the city, which was already having financial crises and food shortages.
Yeah, it was in a state. It was in a state before the explosion. Yes,
it was. Yeah, it's still in a terrible state in Beirut. They don't often get mentioned on the news, but there's over 1 million refugees there as well.
Right.
In Lebanon, you know.
Okay.
And the other E is London Transport banned these new e-scooters on all their modes of transport.
E-scooters is very good. Yes.
They were catching alight with the batteries on the tube and stuff. You know, they became a hazard.
Things bursting into flame on the tube would be considered a hazard. Yes, I think it's probably going to be part of our future. E-scooters. I mean, it makes sense on so many levels. I think they need to make them better and more visible, and maybe teach people how to use them, safely. But I think we're going to have to get used to them. All right, good work. Thanks, Graham. 0345 6060 973. E-scooters. They're just scattered about the street around these parts. Like people just chuck them away. They use them once and then they throw them away like a used tissue. They're just lying about the place. Loads of them. There's green and yellow and pink and blue, orange and purple and puce. All the colours of the rainbow. Let's have Forest Hill. Sasha.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Nick Abbott.
Merry Christmas, Sasha.
Well, whatever's left of it. Anyway, I've got 3. I've got 2 C's and one. No.
Well, let's have the C. Go ahead. You don't have to give us a menu. Let's just charge through them.
Okay, so the C is the CBI speech by Boris Johnson when he was rambling on about Peppa Pig.
About Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig World. Peppa Pig World it has
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig is the right answer. Well done, Bodge.
And then for the last 2 E's, I've got energy prices.
Oh God, yeah, through the roof.
Up again.
Are they ever? Yeah.
And my last one is the Eurovision contest.
What about that?
That we had no points yet again. Nil point.
Nil point. 0, as in you get nothing. All right, thanks a lot, Sasha. 0345 6060 973. Why does everybody hate us? Not that I'm complaining or anything.
Whinging and whining and moaning.
0345 6060 973. Tony of York says D is for the Dover lifeboat, picking up migrants in the news today. The Archbishop of Canterbury is praising their work. Lifeboat people are getting booed by morons. Can you believe that? Guys who voluntarily go out into storms on the high seas and save people's lives. Morons are standing there going, no! We're surrounded by them. They're everywhere. The Dover lifeboat crew. Yeah. You'll miss them when they're gone. Julius in Weybridge. Yes, Julius.
Evening, Nick. Happy Christmas to you.
Thanks. Happy Christmas to you.
I can't believe how much more entertaining your show is than my singing in the choir that I used to do on Christmas Day.
Oh, really?
How times change, eh?
I suppose they do, yeah.
There we go. Now, listen, I was calling in to correct a previous caller, and your researcher agreed with me. Because this Beirut explosion that he called in as E for this year was, in fact, in August 2020, so it was about a year and a half out.
Yes. I was going to... There were warning bells going on in my mind, but I just let that one go.
Well, I was going to call it in under Beirut, and I looked it up and didn't.
Right.
So there we go. But I also had a D for you, and it's a D that hasn't been in the news as much as it should have been, and it's just the letter D, as in vitamin D, because it's not really been discussed, and in fact we don't hear much about the immune system at all. But a lot of folk who have been in shielding, such as I have been, or having to be voluntarily stuck indoors, and a lot of people who are turning up with COVID in a bad sense, have got vitamin D deficiency.
Right.
And it's the thing that really should be on everybody's list to do at this time of year when there's no natural sunlight or sunshine.
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, even when there is sunshine, I don't go in it.
Well, no, and even if there is this time of year, unless you're naked, and nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see that.
Disgusting.
Awful.
you won't get enough coverage on your skin. So the thing to do is to supplement vitamin D,
right.
Especially if you want to avoid the worst effects.
Yes.
Of a depleted immune system.
Right. Well, I take one of those all-in-one. There's 1,000 things all packed into one tiny blue tablet, which probably doesn't do the slightest bit. Makes the slightest bit of difference, does it? Because I used to take one. No, I used to take one that had everything in it that was about the size of like a bullet. It was like the size of something you give a horse.
They're pretty good. They've got everything you need in them.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the only thing it did was make my pee luminous.
Oh, well, that's a good sign. I'll tell you why.
Well, you're getting rid of all the stuff that you don't need. Yeah, but then I stopped taking it after about a couple of years of taking this stupidly expensive thing every day, and absolutely nothing happened.
Well, yeah, your mileage varies, but clearly you already got enough vitamins in you, which is why they were being peed out.
Right, I suppose so, yeah.
Must
all right.
be all that beer.
Yeah, that may have something to do with it, yeah. All right, thanks a lot, Julius.
This is LBC with Nick Abbott.
Hang about, Nick. Listen. Now, what I'm trying to say to you is this, Nick, right?
We are at the letter E on the A to Z of 2021. Some texts and emails. So James in East Grinstead says E is for the economy, which bounced back a little, but not as much as expected. Shashaf in Epsom says the energy companies collapsed, the Ever Given ship blocked the Suez Canal. That's a very, very popular E. A lot of people have got that one. Pam in Sutton says E is for experts, of which there were a lot about, or as Pam says, pity we haven't got any. And Ian in Hanwell says E is for the Euro final penalty shootout. Yeah, we lost on penalties. Who could have predicted that? Baldock. Hello, Kate.
Hello.
Kate.
I've just had a wonderful Christmas day.
Have you? What have you done?
Just had the fan round and played silly games. And my E is elephant in the room because we're so divided on how we feel about everything, but we still managed to have a lovely, lovely day.
Just don't talk about politics.
So I'm just spreading the Christmas cheer.
Cheer? Well, yeah, politics, leave that right out. Don't even think about it. Yeah.
Every time somebody said something, we were like, Adept.
Well, you want to do what me and Carol McGiffin do and have a safe word, which anytime the conversation strays in the wrong direction, you just yell out your safe word and you immediately have to talk about, like tinsel or
any mouth movement for the word Boris was
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a dicky bird.
No Boris, no Brexit. Bodge. Yeah. All right.
Spreading the Christmas cheer.
Well, thanks for spreading it. Cheers, Kate.
Cheers.
Ta-da. 0345 6060 973. That is excellent advice. Just pick a topic like me and Carol McGiffin do on our podcast. You have to pick a topic ahead of time because you can't just stop the conversation and then there'd just be this echoing silence. You have to immediately start talking about something else, and then you'll find that all your cares just dissipate on the wind like a bad smell. Just pick an emergency safe word, and as soon as your old uncle starts bellowing on about the war or whatever it is, then you just yell that safe word out and you immediately have to start talking about something else. Like, I don't know. Pick a topic.
EastEnders.
EastEnders. weirdly quick. He's a genius. Canterbury. Hello, Phil.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, Phil. I've just seen that you've been waiting a ridiculously long time, and I apologise.
That's all right, no problem at all. At least I'm not called Steve anymore.
Right.
I've got an E for you, which
Go ahead.
we've all forgotten about.
Yes.
Climate emergency.
Oh, the see now I would say that that's a C.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we're going back then.
But that's fine. Climate emergency.
Yes.
Yeah.
Warning.
Yeah, it's an emergency. That is
And I've
right.
got a better name for George as well. Another C, Cornelius.
Cornelius.
Yeah, damn dirty apes.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, come on, Planet of the Apes, no?
Who was Cornelius?
One of the apes.
Oh.
One of the intelligent ones who could speak to the humans and quite liked them.
Walk and talk and squawk with the animals. Right.
Yeah, I'm going to my safe word now.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Want to score some
pot?
Yeah. Okay, I'll see you there. Thanks a lot, Phil. 0345 6060 973. I want to walk like you, talk like you, ooh, ooh, ooh. I think that was Planet of the Apes, wasn't it? I think it's true, ooh, ooh. That an ape like me, ee. Yeah, Planet of the Apes. Excellent cartoon. Based on real life, of course. Can learn to be you, ooh, ooh, man too, ooh, ooh. Everybody. Hatfield, Raffy.
Hello there, Nick.
Hello there, Raffy.
I've got a C, a D, and an E, but I'm going to go backwards.
Okay.
So the E is for Albert Elbaz, who was the designer at Lanvin, who died this year.
Right. There was two designers that died this year. The other one was called Alcoa or something.
Albert Elbaz. He was designer at Lanvin.
Albert Elbaz. Okay.
Yeah, big French brand.
Mm-hmm.
Then the D is for Donny in drag. There was there was a meme going round with Donny sort of photoshopped in drag, with his name being Anita Recount.
I like that. Anita Recount. What do you think? What's his name? Don. What do you think, Donny?
Oh, shut up!
How quickly you forget. You haven't seen him on Twitter in a good long while, and you just totally forget his name.
Well, who could forget a blonde mess like that?
Yeah.
And my C, it's a bit of a random one, but it's for coins, Nick.
Oh, right. Stop saying that. That is the way that Carol McGiffin says coin. She, added to all of the other annoyances that are, piled on top of each other that represent Carol McGiffin. She just cannot say certain words, one of which is coin.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's not coin, it's coin.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, Rafi. 0345 6060 973. E, says Derek, is for Spencer Eldon, the baby featured on the cover of the Nirvana album, the one where he's swimming naked in the pool and trying to get that money. He's suing them for not getting his permission. Well, it's worse than that. He's suing them for like sexual abuse or something like that. And I think that their response in court was, "Don't be so daft," or words to that effect. Don Everly died. Graham Edge, the Moody Blues man, died. Energy suppliers also died. E-scooters are everywhere. Mike Ashley sold Newcastle, much to the delight of people in Newcasle. E is for Natalie Elphick, the Tory MP who criticised Marcus Rashford. Yes. 3 cheers for Natalie Elphick. Hip hip! 3 E's, says this one. The Euro 2020s and the chaos at final at Wembley. Christian Eriksen, the Danish footballer. Also, the Eurovision returned after last year's was cancelled. Eurovision returned. Isn't that great?
No.
Not really. Is anybody remotely interested?
No.
Some people are. I suppose so. Some people are doing what now?
They're screaming Jungle Book at me because of that song you were singing.
Yeah, from Planet of the Apes.
God.
From Planet of the Apes. Any fool know that. You-hoo-hoo. Herne Bay. Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Oh, hi, Nick. Good Merry Christmas to you.
Yes, good Merry Christmas to you too. Oh,
Thank
we got an
you.
echo. We can echo.
I ain't got a radio on.
Well. Ooh, this is very bizarre. Okay, I'll stop talking and you go.
DEC, Disasters and Emergency Committee.
And what's that?
What's that? It's a charity for Afghanistan and war-torn countries.
Okay.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure, but I'm also, my brain is getting scrambled because I'm hearing myself back over and over again. This is the sound of my brain right now. But good work, John. Not your fault. Well, that was the E's. Now, we can fill in gaps. We can go backwards, but we can't go forwards. But after the news, F. What, over the past 12 months, that concerned us even a little bit, began with or is related to the letter F. F is for exactly. 0345 6060 973. The A to Z of 2021 with me, Nick Abbot, on LBC.
This is LBC from Global, leading Britain's conversation with Nick Abbot.
You're joking.
Here are the studio calls flashing up on the indicator.
Yes, and almost all of them have got an F on their lips. 0345 6060 973. We are making the A to Z list of 2021. Just to recap, when the list is done after the letter Z, which will be in the first hour of next year, it fits perfectly between Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. This almost as though it was invented just for this very purpose, the alphabet. We go one letter per hour up until that point, and then at the stroke of midnight into the new year, then the final letters, which are all the very difficult ones right at the end, X, Y, W, X, Y, Z. Is it? I can't remember how many are in that last hour. I think it's W, X, Y, Z. Because, it's what you're going to come up with for X, for crying out loud. I can't do an hour on X. Just be staring at a blank screen. So that's what happens, and when that's done, I'm going to compile them all together along with my commentary of the months which I've been writing as they go by, and I'm going to stick it up the internet in an e-book form in order that the planet is further saved. If people do demand it, I'll stick it out as a paperback as well, but at the lowest price point that Amazon can afford. They do insist that you ask something for it, but it will be much, much less than the price of a cup of coffee. So that's going to come out at the beginning of next year. If you want a document of this game, then that's what that's where it will be. If you follow me on Twitter, then I'll point you in the right direction. Right, the Fs now. Let's have Canterbury. Hello, Phil.
Yeah, hi, Nick. Still a great show.
Thanks.
I've got F for Boris's Peppa Pig speech, because he kept saying, forgive me, forgive me.
Yeah, forgive me. Do we forgive him?
No.
Not for nothing.
No. I'm surprised you haven't put that on a button yet.
Forgive me.
Or just a forgive me.
Yeah. I did think about it, but then I thought, well, how could I use it other than to say, do we forgive him? No, it would just be the same thing over and over again. But, most of these things are the same thing over and over again. It's the comedy of repetition.
And you could put it just in front of no. Okay. Amsterdam.
All right, good work. Thanks, Phil. 0345 6060 973. Yvonne says, E is for Joe Exotic, the Tiger King. I heard so much about this bloke, but I've not seen a single second of that programme, so I don't really know anything. I know what he looks like. Slightly alarming. But I don't really know anything about the programme itself. Oh, I'll tell you what I've been watching lately, and they're almost at the point that they disappear it off its availability online and on TV, is The Serpent. Have you seen that? Really good. I mean, this is another thing about murder. It's not a happy story, but it's done really well. I mean, it's like being in the 1970s. The amount of money they've spent on it. There's just got no end of cash in Teleland. I recommend it, The Serpent. But you have to be quick. I think they're going to disappear it on either the 1st or the 2nd of January. Then it'll be gone. Birmingham. Hello, Yaz.
Oh, hi there. How's it going?
It's going great.
Oh, it's amazing to have the A-Bed back. I was so excited.
Well, I look forward to it all year.
Yes, it's great. I have two for you.
Go ahead.
And I have a sad one and a happy one.
Oh, let's have the sad one first.
That's A, and that's Asteroid. So that was Travis Scott concert where, tragically, I think it was 10 people passed away at the concert.
Yes.
But that was quite recent.
It was, right.
Yeah. And then the second one, I don't know if you want to put this with B or F, but it's Free Britney or Britney.
Oh.
Because Britney Spears is free.
Yes, from her conservatorship.
Yes.
Exactly. I put it under C for conservatorship because that's a word that I'd never heard before in my life, and suddenly it was everywhere.
Yeah, well, I guess it fits. We're not jumping letters, so yeah, wherever you want to put it, Nick, it's your show.
I will. I will stick it in there. Thanks a lot, Yaz.
Great.
0345 6060 973. Yeah, Britney Spears is free. Dang, dang, dang. Sing.
Da-na-na-na.
Oh, terrible. I mean, just much, much worse than I expected. Christmas is ruined. Thanks for that. Andrew emails that E is for extra points.
If you get it in order, you get extra points.
Extra points for getting it in order.
If you get it in order, you get extra points.
Yeah, I know that. Extra points for getting it in order. That's what I said. I said that already. Robin emails, E is for Extinction Rebellion. Big protests in central London. Yeah, here, there and everywhere, baby. The face gluing people. I don't know. I mean, I approve of the aim, saving the planet. It's worth saving, I think. I'm just not totally on board with gluing your face to anything. York. Hello, Jan.
Hello, Nick.
Have you ever glued your face to anything, Jan?
No, I haven't.
Not deliberately?
I haven't tried it.
Right, okay.
No. Half a dozen F's for you.
Oh, right.
Nigel Farage quit politics.
Nigel Farage quit politics. Yes, he's no longer part of that party.
We've got a few idiots in our party.
Not so many, Nige.
And Fox News was sued for election fraud.
Oh, for claiming election fraud.
Well, I don't know whether they were claiming it or they were sued for it.
Well, I don't think Fox News was sued for election fraud, were they? Were they?
I don't know. That's what I've got written down.
I think
unless I've got.
They may have been sued for giving out the impression that there was electoral fraud, but I try not to bother myself with what happens on Fox News.
They were sued by Dominion voting systems, so I assumed it was.
Oh,
I assumed it was for.
No, yes, fraud. They had implied this. Yes, they accused the network of promoting a false narrative about the about these Dominion voting machines, and they They want $1.6 billion. Wow, 1.6,
Yeah.
not million, billion.
Billion.
Yeah, everything's bigger in America.
Well, everything's billion now, isn't it? You never, you don't hear millions now, do you? It's
Well,
all
I
billions.
wouldn't get out of bed for $1 million, Jan.
No, it's not worth it, is it?
Is it? No, definitely not. No.
No. And the FA, they were fined for fans' behaviour during the Euros. If you can call them fans, I don't know whether you can.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah. FA sued for the fans. Which seems that, I mean, is it really their fault? I suppose they could have had stricter security, but...
Yeah, I think that's what the problem was, wasn't it? They didn't have enough security.
But I think at some point you really have to blame the fans. You know, it's not everything is everybody else's fault. You have to take on a personal responsibility, I think.
Mm.
But then if you start the day by downing 10 pints and hoovering up 3 bags of cocaine and putting a firework up your bottom, then... Probably the rest of the day is a write-off.
And that's what I mean. They're not fans, are they? You know, what are they? Mm.
You should have seen the state of the West End after that match. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Honestly, I haven't. I took a picture of it because I walked out of the building at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was all happening around Trafalgar Square and Charing Cross Road. And I took a picture and I put it on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw it.
And
all glass.
It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it. You couldn't tread anywhere without treading on broken glass. But they weren't great shards of broken glass because the glass had been trampled by thousands of people into, little like pebble-sized bits of glass. But there was nowhere that you could tread without crunching on glass. It was just incredible.
It's awful, isn't it? Terrible.
Yeah. Please take your rubbish home with you, kids.
Exactly. And France banned the sale of inflatable boats, apparently, from channel ports, but it doesn't seem to have made any difference, does it?
No. They probably arrive with them already. They bring your own boat. You've heard of bring your own bottle.
Yeah, just bring your own boat.
Bring your own boat, yeah. Bans inflatables.
And I've got 2 more people have died. There's Ron Flowers. He was in the '66 World Cup. And Robert Fife. He was in Last of the Summer Wine.
Ah, which one was he?
Howard.
That really doesn't help me, I'm afraid.
He was.
I wish I hadn't asked that question because I thought it doesn't really matter what you're going to say. I'm not going to know who it is.
You know what? He was always trying to get off with Marina.
Oh, no, that doesn't help me.
No.
No, I'm afraid that's one of those shows that I just thought... I watched about 5 minutes and I thought, this is not a show for me.
He was very henpecked by his wife.
Right.
I would say. But you still don't know who I'm talking about, do you?
No idea who you're talking about, but I will write it down and I'll look it up later.
Yeah, look it up. Yeah.
I will write down the list and I'll check it twice.
Lovely.
Thanks, Jan.
Okay.
Ta-da, 0345 6060 973. Darylyn Hove says, F is for Marc Francois. I'm sorry, I couldn't get past the Francois bit without depressing that. Marc Francois, the cuddly Tory MP who on the 29th of November published his Brexit book, Spartan Victory. What a massive talent, says Daryl. A massive talent. Yeah, all words to that effect. Let's have Chigwell. Hello, Leon.
Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Anyway, F is for feces. Disgusting. And it's the water boards that dump a load of our effluent into the sewage, into the rivers.
Yes, they did. All over it, they did.
While they were sitting on their money in the Cayman Islands and paying the shareholders and not fixing the drains.
Amazing. Yeah, this is what the government means but doesn't say when they talk about being a low regulation economy. That's what they mean. That corporations will get away with anything they blooming well like. Regulations are usually to protect us from them.
Yeah. And I've got a couple of Bs. I don't know if you've got them. Branson and Bezos.
Yes.
30 Seconds in Space.
Spacemen, yeah. For a very, very brief period.
Yeah.
Hardly seemed worth it.
And Carrie Simmons, I know, I mean, it should come under, I don't know, Lady Macbeth, as I call her.
Carrie Antoinette.
Yes, that's one. Yeah. That's it. So.
Good work.
Nick Abbott on LBC. Call 0345 6060 973.
Who do you think you're talking to?
I believe I'm going to be talking to Sarah in New York. Sarah.
Yes, hi.
Sarah.
Hello.
How you doing?
So, I'm well. So, my F is for many, many, many people from your island who've escaped persecution to America, finding freedom for Harry and Meghan. Yay!
Persecution. Well, I suppose they were persecuted and continue to be by the British press, who just love lashing them. But it's less it's less enjoyable for them when they're 6,000 miles away.
Yes, they are here. The Mail on Sunday today put their apology to her on the front page. So that's a nice ending for her to the year. Harry and Meghan, they seem to be thriving in America, doing really well, really popular here.
Really?
Everyone likes them here. Everyone does, yes. It's so, have you seen their Christmas card, by the way?
That's the one where isn't Hazza wearing a pair of jeans with rips in his knees?
Yes.
What's he thinking about? I mean, come on, he's not a teenager. That's skateboarder stuff.
He's Hazza, and he's married to Sparkle. He can wear wherever he wants.
I suppose so.
So, did you see the ginger son? Super ginger. He's saving the race. Hazza is saving them, basically.
Right. Well, somebody's got to, yeah. Okay. Well, hey, what's it like in New York at the moment? You got snow?
No. Oh. It's actually pretty nice weather.
Is it?
Pretty comfortable. No snow. It's great.
Well,
we're doing really well.
It won't stay that way. I went to New York once in February. It was, and I grew up in Edinburgh, and it was the coldest place I've ever been in my life. It was painful. It was so cold.
Yeah, we used to have really cold winters, but it's getting warmer and warmer. They say that climate change is really bad for you, but it feels really good.
yeah.
I'd say that.
Yeah, Greta has got it all wrong. Climate change is fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you to climate change. Yeah. All right, thanks a lot, Sarah. Cheers. Ta-da. 0345 Ta-da. All right, 0345 6060 973. Sounded like she was talking to me on a phone in the street in New York.
Warning, warning.
She's in great danger. Jesse tweets, F is for Freedom Day. Frost's resignation and furlough ending. Furlough. Oh, that's a good one. Like that. Furlough. That's Furlo. Look it up. Let's have Manchester. Ryan.
Oh, I can't believe it, Nick.
Believe it, Ryan. It's happening to you.
I can't. Literally, the one you just read, that was mine. Although I do have others.
Furlough?
Yeah. I was going to say, furlough ended. Never mind,
eh?
And it was going so well. I did have another, eh? I did have another. Well, actually, sadly, I had to stop listening to you for about an hour while I watched a film.
Which one?
Well, I didn't watch. I was with my mother. It was White Christmas.
Oh, ba-bum. White Christmas with Bing and Danny Kaye.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it. What's it like?
It was what you'd expect from that era.
Right.
Described it as.
Because that's the one where he does sing White Christmas. I mean, that's
right
fairly obvious. Is it the start, is it?
Yes. I won't give any more spoilers, though, of course.
Yeah, everyone dies in the end. That's what I heard.
Is it really? Huh. Yeah. Well, no. Anyway, he sings it at the start. But I do have another.
Right.
Another F would. I can't remember the other F. But have you had Channel or English Channel?
That would be an E, I expect. The English Channel. What, the crossings you're talking about?
Yeah, more fun with Priti Patel.
Everyone's dinghy spotting. Everyone's gone dinghy spotting. It's like now that's what I call old hits. This show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Also, June. Did you have June?
Oh, the film.
Yeah.
That was excruciating.
I've not seen it.
Oh, don't bother. I lasted about. Did you like the remake of? Oh God, it's gone from my mind. The Blade Runner. The remake.
I didn't see it.
Oh well, don't bother with that either. It was
great recommendations from you.
So boring. I got through a half an hour of it. I wanted to ditch it after 10 minutes, but half an hour was too much. I thought, God.
But was it better or worse than No Time to Die?
Well, at least I got to the end of No Time to Die.
Oh, right.
So
that's not good.
It's not a recommendation exactly, but at least it wasn't. At least No Time to Die wasn't as bad as Blade Runner or Dune. I mean, Dune could have come around after an hour or 2 or 3 or 4 or however long it lasts, but I wasn't prepared to put in the hours.
Yeah, no, understandable.
Yeah.
I also remembered my other F, which was fishing.
Oh.
Unless you already had it.
I'm going to put fishing died in inverted commas. But, I heard that the fishing community knew what they were voting for. That's what I heard. All right, thanks a lot, Ryan. 0345 6060 973. Paula tweets, F is for Freddie, the Great Dane, who was in the Guinness Book of Records as the world's tallest dog, who died in January. Yeah, I heard it got killed by that rabbit. Jeremy tweets, F is for Dawn Foster, the journalist, author and commentator who died this year at the age of 34. And Richard emails, F is for flags. Politicians don't seem to be able to talk to anyone unless they have a flag clearly visible. It's hideous. Yes, every single politician that you see, if they've only got one flag in the background, that is unpatriotic. They have to have at least 2 flags in stereo and 1, 2 or 3 pictures of Her Majesty the Queen on the wall. Let's have... those are the new rules, by the way. Beverly, Mike.
Hi, Nick. Yeah. F for fish.
Fish?
Fish, yeah. Those ones that are happier for being British.
Oh.
That we've given all the French licences that they wanted back to the French again.
Yes. It's another
also,
Brexit bonus.
But the next one that lovely Liz has negotiated in our world-beating trade deals, we've just come to a deal with Norway, and we have one world-beating trawler, which is called the Kirkella, and is based in Hull. And we've come to a deal with the Norwegians that the Kirkella owners have just said is completely unable to sustain that trawler. And it's basically over for British deep-sea fishing. So fish has come to an end in 2021.
It's just amazing how much the fishing industry was like held up as being representative of the country, and we were going to take care of the fishing industry as we were going to take care of the rest of the country. Well, if they're going to take care of the rest of the country like they've taken care of the fishing industry, warning, we are doomed.
Absolutely. Yeah, quite sorry, shouldn't use that word. You told me off for using that.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, Farage. Just a little addition to Farage. He did his America comeback tour this summer, and in Pittsburgh, which is a city of 300,000 people, he offered his rally tickets for free. And 3,000 people applied, presumably TikTok people, but 14 turned up.
Wow.
And he said, we are going to track down the hoaxers.
Yeah, I wish you all the best with that, Nige. How's it going so far? Yeah, not that great, no.
Yeah, because it's tracking down dinghies.
Yeah. He could be better occupied tracking down this bloke.
I'm immensely grateful to you for everything you've done in British politics over the last few years. I used to be an ardent Remainer. I voted Remain. I believed in the European project. Mm-hmm. I believed that staying in the European Union was the best thing for us. And then something happened, and something monumental happened. It completely changed my opinion on the whole situation.
What was that monumental thing, Mark?
I was kicked in the head by a horse.
Right, very good. Okay, fine. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Nige. I think that's a perfect example of fishing, Mike. He just dangled the hook in the water, and Nige just chomped it right up. Yeah.
Last F, Facebook. Is changing to Meta.
Oh, yes.
Now, this is a Boris thing, because Meta's a Greek word that has about 30 meanings. So whatever you accuse them of, he can nimbly step sideways and say, oh, no, that wasn't the reason. I meant this.
You're talking about that moon-faced creep who runs Facebook, or Meta. Yeah.
Absolutely. Meta has about 30 meanings, so you can pick anything out of them all, and whatever people accuse him of, he can say, no, I didn't mean that, I meant the other thing.
Right, yeah.
Toss the coin and call heads and tails, and he's going to get away with it again.
Unless it lands on its side, yeah. All right, thanks a lot, Mike. 0345 6060 973. Yeah, Meta. I mean, I didn't really spend very much time looking at that bloke's explanation, because he just creeps me out, but it just seemed like more staying in and experiencing the world through a screen. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do more of that? I mean, for crying out loud, the kids can't stop gawping at their phones as it is. You want them to do more of that? Take your eyes off your phones, kids. Look up. There's a whole world out there in HD and stereo. You never know. You might like it. Give it a go. 0345 6060 973. Text 84850. Email nick@lbc.co.uk. If you're on Twitter, it's at LBC. It's the A to Z of 2021 with me, Nick Abbott, on LBC. We're up to and including the letter F.
Nick Abbott on LBC.
Some nobody.
0345 6060 973. It's the A to Z of 2021 with me, Nick Abbott, on LBC. We're at the letter F. F. Sedgley. Hello, Ralph.
Hi there, Nick, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Ralph. Thanks.
I've got two words. There's a link between them. It's the expletives in the English language. It's taken 20 years for the F word to become number one, overtaking the word bloody.
Right. It's number one. Yes, that's because the kids don't really use the B word so much as they just chuck out the F word like it don't mean nothing.
Well, sadly, the B word has dropped by 27% in the last 20 years, and it's mostly 20-year-olds who say the F word, so any 20-year-olds should stop it.
Yeah, just stop it right now.
Disgusting.
Awful. I have that story to hand, as a matter of fact. It's from August. The F word has overtaken the B word as the UK's favourite swear word, according to new research by a doctor who clearly has plenty of time on his hands. Why would anybody spend hours on this? But he did, and we're certainly grateful for this insight. All right, thanks a lot, Ralph. I'm going to cut that there because I think it's probably the safest. We don't want to hear those kind of words.
Be polite.
Always. Thanks, Ralph. 0345 6060 973. F is for French fishermen. Ooh, 2 Fs. Who blockaded ports over fishing licenses. Larry Flint, the US publisher, died. Was that this year? An Icelandic volcano whose name I can't pronounce that does begin with F. One of those big long words with letters that don't ordinarily go together in our language. The Icelandic volcano which erupted. Erupted it did. Let's have Limoges. James.
Oh, good morning, Nick.
Yes, James.
Happy Boxing Day to you.
Yes, and a happy Boxing Day to you too.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm phoning from an F from France.
Mm-hmm.
My F's for the Foreign Office failures for the flights for those fleeing Afghanistan.
Yeah, what's the Foreign
Lots of
Office
Fs,
actually for? Because it doesn't seem to be for British citizens. I think it's for British.
They brought animals.
Well, yes, they did bring animals back, and it's somewhat controversial as to whether it was under Bodger's insistence or not. Some say yes, some say no.
Oh, I would say yes, knowing Bodger.
Yes, but they also said, the people who said that it was under his direction, that it was under his direction because he was personally being directed by his wife.
She's an animal lover, yeah?
Okay.
Well, she must be living with him.
I suppose so, yeah. She's used to living in a mess, that's for sure.
Can I throw in an E?
Yes.
Well, Eurosepticemia. Is it an illness now?
Eurosepticemia?
You know, for Eurosceptics.
No.
No, it's not. Well, we'll miss that one then.
Yeah, I was halfway through writing that down, and I thought, no.
I just wondered whether it was or not.
No, I don't think so.
Because there seems to be so much of it about.
No.
No.
It's a no from me. But thanks, James. 0345 6060 973. Free guns offered in West Virginia to those that take the COVID jab. No, that can't possibly be true. No way. Free guns. I mean, I know that there was a bank in America that was offering free guns to people that opened an account. I don't think you actually got the gun at the counter as you were opening the account, because that could lead to problems. I'm going to have to look this up. Free gun vaccine. There it is. West Virginia offers free guns as an incentive to get a COVID vaccine. West Virginia. Oh, my God. Strike West Virginia off my holiday list straight away. I mean it. Wembley. Hello, Lawrence.
Oh, good evening. Been a long while.
Been a long while.
Yeah.
Been a long, lonely time.
Rock and roll!
Yes.
Well, I thought I'd join the party, albeit late.
Good man.
I found the C, which I don't think you've got, which is collectoral. And speaking about all the excess deaths that this COVID has been caused, misdiagnosis, operations, cancelled,
collateral, yes.
Yeah. So I thought I'd just bring that one up.
Pass it on, yes, well done.
Yeah. I'll put my thinking cap on and try and find a few more.
Excellent.
Later.
I shall look forward to that. Thanks a lot, Lawrence. 0345 6060 973. Fuel. F is for fuel shortage. Yeah, we all freaked out for a little while there. I know I did. It took me, hours. I thought, I'll be smart and I'll go and get fuel after the show, 1 o'clock in the morning, because there'll be nobody out looking for fuel at 1 o'clock in the morning. Incorrect in every respect. Every single petrol station I passed was either shut or had a queue from here to the moon and back. Apart from the one nearest where I live, miles and miles and miles and miles and miles away. And it had, and I couldn't, my eyes popped out of my head. I couldn't quite believe it. There was only about 10 cars in the queue to get in to get some petrol. So I thought, all right then. It is 3 in the morning now, but okay, I'll play. And I finally got some. Squirted it up my car. And then, of course, like about 2 days later, it was all over and people went back to normal. Oh, well, never mind. You know me. I never complain.
Stop whining.
0345 6060 973. Motherwell. Hello, Sean.
Hello, Nick.
Sean.
Happy Christmas to you.
Happy Christmas to you.
I've got a letter F for Arlene Foster, who received a vote of no confidence from her party beginning with DUP.
Yes.
And I have a letter E for evicted, from referring to some moronic individual who was evicted from a big White House in America.
Oh. Yeah, kicking and screaming, yeah.
Yes. Poor soul.
I do feel that he will be back. Like the shark in Jaws. We might not be able to see him anymore or hear about him much, but he's not gone away. He's just gone out to sea. He's circling the boat.
Yes, indeed. Do you know I had a good belly laugh when you spoke about the Dover and the morons?
Yeah.
You know, and if he does a great percentage of them, what kind of Christmas day they had, they would tell you they had a wonderful day celebrating the birth of a refugee who was born in a stable.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
You know?
Yes. Yeah, and the very people that exactly, and the people that are booing refugees are also the very same people who would be saying that they're guided by their faith. Yeah,
correct.
Just stop and think about that for a moment, kids. All right, thanks, Sean.
Smog. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, smug. Yeah. 0345 6060 973. This one says Lord Frost, Frosty the Snowman, becomes Frosty the No Man. Yeah, he resigned because of the direction of the government. Yeah, right. Had nothing to do with this sterling job that he'd done. I'm sure. And now, of course, is an unelected bureaucrat for life. Good job we've left the European Union, eh? Because we don't want to be led by unelected bureaucrats. F is for folic acid, now added to bread. Is it? What's folic acid do? Oh, it's something about the healthy development of fetuses. But what if you're a bloke? What is folic acid? I bet my glamorous assistant knows everything about folic acid. What can you tell us about folic acid?
Folic acid.
Yes.
My favourite type.
Is it? Acid.
Folic acid. A vitamin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Time's up. You failed this test. Paul in East London says F is for the fisherman blockade. The French tried to block English fishing boats over a dispute about licences, and then we capitulated without a shot fired. You wait till Marc Francois hears about this. He'll fix his bayonet. Woolwich. Hello, Richard.
Oh, Nick. Hello again.
How you going?
F, of course, is for fabulous.
Fabulous?
Yeah, no, it's your lovely... I hear it every time on your show.
Oh, this.
Fabulous.
That.
That's the one. Sorry, the booze is setting in now. Hey, so June is definitely the worst movie of the year. There's no doubt about that. I agree there.
Now, without giving anything away, did you get to the end of it?
Oh no, I fell asleep.
Right.
I really did.
Did you see the remake of Blade Runner?
No, I didn't, and I'm not into that sort of genre. But June got such a good press, and I thought, yeah, but then
so did the Bond movie, and that was terrible as well.
Well, I liked the Bond movie. I thought that was great. Yeah, and I won't do an Edward in Cologne. I won't sort of give the whole thing away, but I thought the ending was terrific.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Okay.
And I agree with you. He's really brilliant when he's driving.
Yeah. It's not. I'd imagine it's not an easy thing to pull off if you're driving in a fake car that's just standing still in a studio with a backdrop moving behind you. I imagine it's quite hard because very few actors actually are convincing doing that. But he's really good at it.
Oh, he's brilliant. He's very intense. Yeah. So my F is for Freddie. Somebody mentioned Freddie earlier, but my Freddie is Rod Jane and Freddie from The Rainbow. And Freddie died in May So you have to be of a certain generation. But growing up with Rainbow, which of course is the that's the one, yeah. And Freddie died of Rod, Jane, and Freddie. So
who's Rod Jane? Are you saying?
Yeah, Rod, Jane, and Freddie. They were kind of three. They were three rather crazy, kind of very happy people that they used to dance a lot.
Sound like hippies to me.
They were. And do you know what, Nick? I got into a cab once from Heathrow, and the driver was Jeffrey from Rainbow. And I know. And I said to him, I got to the end, and I didn't want to, and then I just said, do you know, I think are you Jeffrey from Rainbow? He said, yeah. I said, you're my inspiration. I grew up with you, and all this. And he told me to go somewhere.
Oh, well, that's not nice. You were lucky it wasn't that thing with the zip mouth who was driving that cab, because that looks like some sort of S&M thing to me. Very suspicious. All right, thanks a lot, Richard.
Leading Britain's conversation, LBC, with Nick Abbott.
Yes, it's just charged by. These shows always do. It's the A to Z of 2021. We are going through the alphabet. It's one letter per hour, and it concludes with the first hour of next year. So it's New Year's Eve into New Year's Day for the first hour, and that will be all the difficult letters at the end of the alphabet, W, X, Y, Z. I think it just might be X, Y, and Z. I can't remember how we get there, but I'll figure it out. Don't you worry about that. Up to and including the letter F. Leicester. Hello, David.
You figured it out last year, so don't worry about it. My F is fake news.
Fake news.
Yeah, well, they told us the virus, we're protected from the virus if we had the vaccine.
Yeah.
But a lot of these Omicron people have had the vaccine. So it was fake news.
We've heard less about fake news this year than we had last year because, Donny has had his mouthpiece taken away from him. But, a little bit, every now and again. Fake news. OK, thanks a lot, David. 0345 6060 973. Luke in Leeds says F is for the Friends reunion show. That's right. Oh, my God. It was okay. Lewisham, Damien. Oh, Damien. Yes, Damien. Is there anybody out
Hello?
there? Yes, Damien.
Oh, hi there, yeah. I've got F is for future.
F for what?
Future.
Future?
Yeah.
In what? How do you mean, future? Ooh. Did you get that? Right, future. I've written it down, and then I'm going to strike it out again. He's very, very upset, with good reason. Luke in Leeds says F is for the Friends reunion show. Ian says F is for fuel, as in a shortage of it. And Tom says F is for fishes, free ports. Now, that's at the bottom of this list, so if I go back to the top, there's about 7 feet of texts, starting with the A's. Now, the rules, again, are that you can go back, but you can't go forwards. So we'll deal with the G's this evening when I come back at 10 o'clock. I'll work all day long putting these in the right order, for which you do get extra points, remember.
If you get it in order, you get extra points.
Extra points for getting it in order.
If you get it in order, you get extra points.
Extra points. And so I'll do that. And it will take me all day long. Not that I'm complaining or anything.
Stop whining.
All day long. So I'll be slaving away at doing this, and then I'll come back tonight, and then we'll continue it with the letter G. But we can go backwards, but we can't go forwards. Those are the rules. Gordon says D is for, I think I forgot that, dressage. Charlotte Dujardin did well in the Olympics. Wendy from the Wee Country says Tom Daly. I think these are all ringing a bell with me. This says, as regards dentists, Colin said, was that a joke that the tooth comes out easy? When I had my tooth taken out, it took the dentist over an hour. An hour for what? I had my tooth out, and he took it out of my head, and I didn't even notice. I was expecting the worst, and he said, that's it. And I said, what do you mean that's it? And he showed me this awful thing.
Disgusting.
I mean, how much is underneath the gum? It's like an iceberg. But it just popped out my head, such that it seemed suspiciously like they just might fall out of your head, with the slightest jolt. Chris says, B is for the by-election, stunning wins for the Lib Dems, Chesham and North Shropshire. Sheila says, balanced and proportion. Oh, proportionate. Yeah, read that one. Gordon in Hampstead says, C is for the Cuomo brothers, read that. Hey, I've done better than I expected. Michelle says, some D's for you. The Delta variant, the data on the COVID cases, and doom from the various experts. Daffodils. Oh, yeah. Michelle in Nottinghamshire says daffodils. Daffodils went unpicked in fields due to a labour shortage. A labour shortage caused by the B word. How's that going, by the way?
Brexit's going great.
It's going to be worse this year as well, this coming year. And surprisingly, we in this country, it surprised me, this is an actual fact. We produce daffodils for the world. The world comes to this country for daffodils. Did you know that? Me neither. And we're not going to be able to fulfil those orders because we ain't got nobody who wants to bend over double in a field in the freezing blooming cold and yank daffodils out the ground. It's apparently something that can't be mechanised. We ain't got the technology. We can't robotise it.
Affirmative.
So we rely on people that come over here and take the jobs that we don't want to do. But after having been yelled at to get out of our country for 5 years, they left. Unpatriotic? Tony of York says D is for the Dover lifeboat. Pauline in Watford says Democrats are the majority. In the US Senate. Yeah, well, that might change next year. And you know who might come back.
I'm president. Can you believe it?
No, we're still stunned, Donny. Shashaf in Epsom says Magdalena Andersson, the first Swedish female prime minister, served about 8 hours. I'm not familiar with that story. Sounds like something I should be. B is the oldest beer factory found in Egypt. Beer.
Booze.
C is common sense, or the lack of it, and conspiracies. Yeah, there was fewer of those around this year because, who had his, like I said, his mouthpiece taken away from him.
Oh, shut up!
But there were conspiracies. Those QAnon people are still here. They haven't gone anywhere. Derek emails, Darius, the world's biggest rabbit. Just look it up on the World Wide Web. If you haven't seen a picture of it, you'll be stunned. Daft Punk split up. Jammy Dodgers, the biscuit company, was bought by an Italian company. Do we own anything in this country anymore? Dennis the Menace was on raw stamps. The Taliban were filmed playing on dodgems. That's right. That's right. Yeah. It didn't look... it looked as weird as you would expect it to. Bob Dole died, and a dinosaur embryo was found in China, almost intact. I saw that. It was in an egg. I love the taste of dinosaur egg in the morning. St Ives. Hello, Brenda.
Hello, Nick.
Brenda.
Hello.
What have you got for us?
Right. Hi. F. Fauci, the evil Fauci who funded the... Hello?
Yes?
Fauci, who funded the lab in Wuhan. That's the first one.
He did what?
Yeah.
He funded the lab in Wuhan.
He funded it through the NIH. Oh, it's been all over the place on social media.
Oh, social media, right.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Mm-hmm, yeah, no doubt.
The other one is Fishmongers Hall, when those two great students got murdered.
Right. Okay, well, you're keeping up with the news, Brenda. Thanks for that. As soon as you read anything else on social media, I want you to let me know straight away, if not sooner. Promise me you'll do that. Stephen Rimney says, some C's. Magnus Carlsen became the world chess champion for the 5th time. Magnus Carlsen. Well, I never even heard of him. There was a time, I think it was called the 1970s, when you used to know the name of not just the person who was the world chess champion, but the person that he beat. Now nobody's remotely interested. It's all about Monopoly now, kids. Lord Cowan died, the athletics coach. Christoph was the name of the storm that hit us last January. Yeah, I think I do recall that. Rona texts in relation to yesterday, Happy Jesus' birthday. Well, happy Jesus' birthday to you too, Rona. Nadine Doris, who is... who, says Rona, is astoundingly culture secretary, tweeted that James O'Brien was a public school posh boy bleepwit. I believe she did say just that, yeah. Andy in Edinburgh says, D is for Bob Dylan, sold his record collection for $500 million and worth every penny. B is for the Boris Bridge, which ended up being costed at $300 billion, going from Scotland to Northern Ireland. And it didn't happen because there's 2 million tons of chemical weapons and unexploded bombs and such in the way. Another excellent suggestion from the Bodge.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
What would we do without you? I'll be back at 10 o'clock this evening with F, G, H and I. Well, G and H should be relatively easy. I might be tricky. But we can go backwards. It's just that we can't go forwards. So the A to Z of 2021 starts again tonight at 10 o'clock with the letter G. If you stick around, I expect that Steve Allen will delight you at 7. But right now, it's Clive Ball.
Thank you very much, Nick. 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 Thank you very much, Nick.